Chet Isaacson, Mike Flesh, Josh Crow, Mike Fickenbinder, and Jim Myers. Let's get up for 8th grade.
Good evening and welcome to Mount Horeb High School for the 2024 high school kickoff here between the Baldwin Woodville Blackhawks and the Mount Horeb-Barneveld Vikings. I'm Jeremy Nygaard, and joining me to my left, which is the opposite side that you normally stand of me.
Usually, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, you're used to my right. Is Nick Pack. Nick, how you doing tonight?
Doing great. We made the trip down. Nice little drive down here, and it's treating us with some beautiful weather and hopefully some great football to follow. I mean, it's that time of year, and a lot of excitement in the air for a lot of teams in Wisconsin here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, like you mentioned, a beautiful night for football. Zach Ambrose, as always, standing behind the camera, and he'll give you the great camera work as always. So just a quick update on what you're seeing here. We'll have the game action on the main screen up in the top left. We have the scoreboard and time. If there are issues with that, it might be because I'm standing in the way. They have a brand new scoreboard, much like what you'll see at Kingfield next week, but that's where that will be. Nick, I hear you're quiet, so I'm going to turn you up a little bit. All right, so Baldwin Woodville Blackhawks come off a level 4 appearance against Lodi last year. Lost to Lodi, the eventual, I believe they were state champs again.
Yes, 2 years in a row that the Blackhawks lost to the eventual state champs.
Yeah, so a really good season for the Blackhawks. The big question, if you tuned into Keeper's Corner last night, the big question is how to replace All-State quarterback Cal Smith, and Coach Kiefer seemed to give us a pretty good answer.
Yeah, we'll find out. wait and see. It could be, we got a three-headed monster, if you will, I guess. Maybe you see some Gavin Sell, who I'm sure we'll mention quite a bit here in pregame and during the game. All-around athlete, wide receiver. I did play a game last year at quarterback when Cal was hurt. Not the best throwing option, I would say, of the three. But I would say probably the best athlete, and you want the ball in the hands of your athletes. We got to find ways to get him the ball. Graydon Monacan, we'll probably see some snaps, and Jensen, sophomore. Joe Jensen, kind of rotating in. I'm sure obviously they have different sets and stuff that they want to use and gather, and these first couple weeks are a lot of learning. You know, a lot of new people on the Blackhawk side of the ball for sure. We replaced our entire offensive line. One big thing you'll notice, as Zach said before we were talking, last year you look up and down, it was 300, 290, 290, and it was tough to find a smaller lineman. Now we have 5 that are maybe a little smaller,
right?
But does not mean they're not going to be athletic and get after it.
Right, and now the impression that I got from Coach Kiefer last night is that Gavin would be the primary quarterback, and that when we want to see Gavin on the perimeter, that we'll see Joey Jensen at quarterback, and that it sounds like Graydon was just going to be a receiver.
I think so. I think that is the goal. I think there's still a lot to learn in weeks 1 and 2, and that's what these, not preseason games, but non-conference games are for, to get to see where we're at and see how we can get our again, the ball in the hands of the best athletes to make plays.
Right. So that's the BW side. On the other side, Mount Horeb-Barneveld graduated about, I believe I just heard it was 16 seniors, again from a level 4 team. They did lose their quarterback, who had a very similar stat line to Cal Smith, so a very dynamic quarterback. He'll be replaced by a junior, number 12, Brooks Hendrickson. And statistically, the guy that's coming back from Mount Horeb that appeared to be the best was number 4, who's a wide receiver, Chris Keel, who's now a senior. So I think it'll be an interesting thing. What's always really fun about the first game is that we have some ideas, right? But nobody's really sure what you're going to have. And even in this first week, it's trying to figure out how things are. When you get to finally tackle someone in a different colored jersey, obviously there's the scrimmage, but that's that first film that yep, people get on us and we see a little bit, but you keep some things hidden. So this is the first night that the training wheels come off,
right,
so to speak.
The first set of training wheels, I think, again, and now the second set will come off week 3. I mean, again, you talk about not showing everything in the scrimmage last week. You're not going to show everything week 1 and week 2. We're going to have, obviously, some packages and some, we talked about maybe some different formations or something like that, some fun stuff. That might not come out until week 3, week 4, until you need it.
Right.
It's a lot of getting through those wrinkles. I know we talked to Coach Kiefer, like, goals and expectations. It's the mental mistakes you're really trying to minimize right now. Pre-snap penalties, I know will be a thing that would drive him crazy right now. Is anything, those mental stuff, anything you can avoid like that. Keep your team moving the sticks. Best chance to get in the end zone and score.
Yeah, for sure. And it sounds, what you saw offensively the last 2 years from the Hawks, playing fast, not huddling a lot, not seeing much happen under center. I anticipate that same sort of style, which is certainly fun to play in, and in my opinion, also really fun to watch. So it'll just be different because, like you mentioned, Gavin did play that one game against Ellsworth in the playoffs last year. That was really the first time Gavin's, to my knowledge, has ever played quarterback. So right now we see with I would assume this is our offense here that we have sophomore Joey Jensen taking some practice reps.
Well, you do also have Mr. Sell out there at midfield.
Oh, that's true.
Who I don't know if they won the toss or not, but they will be receiving the kickoff on our left end here.
So captains for the Hawks this year, Gavin Sell, Tayden Haldorf, who's now wearing number 2, Graydon Monacan, who continues to wear his dad's number 5, and joining them is lineman number 61, Sam Aho. So those are your 4 captains for the Barneveld Blackhawks. We're about 10 minutes from kickoff here. Nick, you have anything else to talk about pregame?
No, I mean, obviously, again, it's a lot of different faces. I think I just watched a little bit of Horeb-Barneveld. They appeared to be in a shotgun. At least they were doing the snaps when they're going through stuff. It was all shotgun as well. So and when it's kind of different when you talk about your best athlete on their side being a wide receiver, is how are they going to get him the ball?
Right.
That's always tough when, again, you have a new quarterback. Obviously don't know anything about old quarterback or new quarterback, but finding a way to get him the ball is going to be their trick, and stopping him is going to be the new key. Dan did say this is year 2 now on defense, the new defense.
Right.
Year 3, I believe, in this offense.
Right.
So a lot of the, week 1 and week 2 of practice was spent on fine-tuning as opposed to teaching.
Right. Yep. Yeah, for sure. So the Hawks here, just looking at their roster, a number of seniors. Tayden Haldorf was not number 2 this year. Tayden Haldorf is wearing number 2. I'm just trying to see if there's some updates. Cal Smith was 12. He graduated. And Joe Jensen is number 12. Looking for other changes. Dawson Vienendahl, who we saw get some action throughout the year, is now wearing number 20. He was wearing a number in the 80s. Other than that, we did lose all 5 of our starting linemen, so we're replacing them. We didn't talk about them on air yet, did we? Five starting linemen.
Here,
let's give those 5 linemen some love, Nick.
So I'm not sure left or right. I guess we're probably kind of out here. I know. I believe it looks like Andrew Thompson will be the left tackle. I know he's a tackle, and it looked like pulling there was Sam Aho. He'd be left guard next to Mr. Thompson. Our center will be junior Will Phelps. I believe the right guard is going to be number 56, Drew Stark. And that leaves the right tackle to be number 52, junior Trevor Murdoch.
Yeah, so we don't talk nearly enough about the line, but obviously success typically starts with the guys in the trenches, and we graduated 5 seniors that did an excellent job keeping guys off of Cal, giving Cal time last year to throw the ball to all sorts of receivers, and giving Tayden nice running lane. So we'll try to mention these linemen as much as we can, because, like I mentioned, I don't think linemen ever get enough credit, especially like if you turn a game on a Saturday or Sunday.
It's the holding, it's the false start.
the false start and when you get
sacked
the quarterback
given up
gets
by
sacked.
so-and-so. But, yeah, no, we'd like to, and the nice thing about the skill position people, if you want to call them that, is they're the first to pat them on the back or in the butt and say, hey, nice block. And they make sure that they know what they couldn't do without them. So it just doesn't really come across on the TV screen. And
yeah, for those at home, they don't have a program. I know that there's often a lot of talk about how many assistant coaches a team needs.
Well, we have a separate whole sheet here for the Blackhawk.
So we have 13 listed assistants, which is more than last year. Mount Horeb has 14 listed assistants. So if people feel like 13 is too many, or I can't, how many do other teams have? We don't have that many. For reference, the only team that has too many assistant coaches is the Prescott boys basketball team.
Yeah, that's for sure. I can't imagine being a transportation guy or something like that. I don't know who the new one would be, but trying to line up an extra bus for just the coaches to come down here. I don't know. He or she might be scratching their head on a Friday basis here.
What I would do if that was me is I would tell the coaches they have to drive themselves separate. So we have about 5 minutes left until kick. It looked as though, and neither of us were watching, but it looked as though Mount Horeb won the toss, elected to defer, and BW will receive and go left to right on your screen to start this game.
North to south.
Sounds right, because the west is behind us, sun is behind us. So, not that matters to those watching, but yeah, Nick is 100% right.
It looks like we did have we're maybe about 15 minutes ago talking about our fan section over there being a little light, but they're kind of strolling in now.
There we go.
And representing, it is a 3.5-hour drive or so.
Yeah, I think we only hit traffic a couple times. Construction. I talked to the bus driver, and she said that there was one time that they had to slow down a little bit, but she said the lane that they were in moved pretty consistently, so they stopped a couple of times, I think, to get out and stretch. And 3.5-hour drive to kick the season off. Last year, the Hawks actually kicked off the whole state of Wisconsin slate with a Thursday afternoon game against Kewaskum, and it was a win at Kewaskum, so that was a fun win, but that game no longer on the schedule as we had to find a new non-conference opponent. As everybody stands, I'm assuming that means we get a little national anthem.
Yeah, or something. And
oh yeah, we're gonna get the run out. So it was neat before we talked, like where are the opponents? They're not on the field. And as I was walking around, they had all of the youth kids lined up behind the bleachers, and the football team walked in, which was really kind of neat to see. Now they're in this shed with this helmet, and they have cheerleaders and all the football players, and they're going to run out. Things like this, well, not super difficult to do, is something that these kids will remember and hopefully make them want to be a part of this when they're in high school.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things like that. I mean, you brought up the Prescott basketball team. I always, as an official, love going there because they have 3 youth people on their bench that, I mean, for them, they come out with their favorite player. They get announced, and then they also have each of them has a water for the officials that come out during timeouts. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I know River Falls used to do it a long time ago. Prescott does that. But as an official, you notice that. But as a kid, that's great for them. They get to run out their mentor, and someday that's them coming out and returning the favor.
Absolutely. I'm assuming Zach, why don't you turn the camera so we can see this run out if you haven't already.
We would like to welcome the Blackhawks, coached by Dan Kiefer, and their fans to Mount Horeb High School for tonight's game.
Got an idea on what year this is for Coach Kiefer?
His first year would have been 2006, and then I believe he took 3 years off, 4 years off, 3 or 4 years off. So I'm thinking it's maybe year 14 or 15. So this is the debut of the Mount Horeb video board. Little hype video, kind of cool. And now we have some smoke.
And now,
I will say, going back to like warm-ups again, we talked about like where are they stretching, where they warming up. They didn't do any like team, like
Right.
We couldn't tell you anything if they're gonna come out in Army Navy set or they're come out in a wing tee or any, what it is, because they really didn't do much as far as team warm-ups and stuff, which is kind of weird. But Blackhawks were out here, the specialists probably
An hour ago.
60 minutes before kickoff or so close to it, stretching and doing all that stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of open space around here.
To each their own, so.
There's a full soccer field behind us. You see the full practice fields and soccer fields in the distance. But yeah, not a lot of on-field activity, but they're certainly ready to go.
And I'm not saying it doesn't mean success. Again, obviously they made a little four. It's just you like to watch and see what they're gonna maybe do on the field. So we're closing in less than a minute here before we get things underway, and the Blackhawks, as usual, will be lined up on the goal line for the national anthem here. This is the official, unofficial end of summer, pretty much. Or, I think, or,
yeah, there's summer, and then there's football season, and then there's basketball season, and then there's summer.
And there's hopefully spring.
Yeah, that's when I guess that's baseball season. Yeah.
For you, that was your Timberwolves season, went a little longer than usual.
Yeah, I feel like you mocked me for being a Timberwolves fan.
Yeah. Not for being a Timberwolves fan, maybe NBA.
No, I thought you were going to say just for being me.
I do enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please stand and remove your caps for the presentation of the colors by the American Legion Post 113 and VFW 9511. And now for the singing of the national anthem, performed by Mount Horeb senior Kira Denny's.
Excellent job there with the national anthem. Before we get started, a new feature that I just thought of about 30 seconds ago. I got a text from Don Timmerman. So Timmerman's tips to kick off the year, and I don't know if he's talking about us or the team, but he says try to keep the mistakes to a minimum in the first half here.
Well,
so it's a good tip for us and for them.
Thankfully for us, this clock operator here is pretty good. He might stop it when he's supposed to.
So maybe it's a tip for the clock operator.
I don't know.
As we wait, I'm going to thank all of our sponsors here to kick off the year: Timmerman Realty, Nielsen's Super Value, Nielsen's Foods, St. Croix Garage Door, Firehelm Langer, Flagship Ford, Wisconsin Credit Union, OEM Fabricators, CW Garage Door Distribution, Baldwin Lightstream, Fenner & Jewelers, Helverson Concrete Solutions, A-Star Concrete, Strikers, The Smokehouse, Schaefer Financial Services, Bumper to Bumper, DMS Repair, Phoenix Bar and Grill, Village Pharmacy, TMS Auto, Pete's Construction, and Fern's Lawn Care. He says it's for us.
Oh, well, there's no guarantees there.
All right, little Kanye to kick off the season. As the Vikings are out to kick. And the Hawks, not out yet. Who do we have back deep? Looks like 25, Dane Vienendahl, a junior. 21, Garrett Nelson, a senior.
All right, well, moments away from kickoff here. And, Zach McGuire, senior, from Mount Horeb, will get the 2024 football season underway.
6'4", 215. He's a big kicker.
He is. All right, and we are set. High end over end, all the way back to the 3-yard line.
There's a seam.
Gets it up, across the 30. And the Blackhawks will start their first possession of 2024 on their own 32-yard line. Nice return there by Dane Vienendahl.
Brought down by Zach McGuire.
So first possession. I see Joe Jensen does have the yellow hat on over there without the helmet, so we're guessing a heavy dose here of Mr. Gavin Sell, as you predicted. Trips to the right, guy to the left. I'm guessing it's Haldorf set to his left there. Gavin's going to swing around the left edge.
You get to the edge.
He's going to get just shy of the 40-yard line. Give him 6 yards on a little QB sweep. Student body left, student body right. Followed the fullback, Haldorf, and I think it was Vienendahl that was in motion.
Matt Mahoney with the tackle.
Get the edge and go. Last time is be up the middle to Haldorf.
Oh.
He's the first guy missed, but gang tackle there shortly after. And then maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. I believe he's brought down by both Zach McGuire and number 2, Jack Wilson.
One Ashelman with the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 3. Very manageable down here. That is Dane Vienendahl in motion. Gavin looks over. Snap.
Bubble.
Quick pass.
Oh.
And in and out of the hands of Dane Vienendahl. And the punt unit will come out. Barring a penalty or something weird, the first possession of 2024 will go 3 and out. Punter this year is Garrett Nelson, senior. Back to return for the Vikings is Tyus Hastings.
Most important part of this play, Nick?
The snap.
The snap.
Is there, and the kick is off.
Decent
off
punt.
the side, too, so it's not going to be returned against a Mount Vernon. A Mount Horeb bounce. And they'll start their first possession of 2024 from their own 33-yard line.
All right, that should give me a quick chance to read an ad here. DMS Repair is a repair shop located northeast of Baldwin off Highway 63, repairing all makes and models. They have all new EFI diagnostic equipment to repair all machines. If you're a do-it-yourself person who, when it comes to repairs or needs accessories such as riding gear or add-ons to your machines, DMS Repairs offers a discount on all parts and accessories.
All right, the Vikings set, and they do go in a shotgun. They have 2 receivers right, a halfback, and kind of a wing back there, and a tight end, and they're going to go back 5 on a false start. Back them up to their own 27, 1st and 15 for the Vikings. There's a little confusion on our personnel here to start. Kind of coaches were scrambling to find
1st and 15.
the 11th man. That's always never a good start. It's going to be give up the middle and tackled by the ankles. I believe that was 54, Andrew Thompson.
Gain of 3 on the play.
Sammy Aho on the line there. Thompson. We run this way, and he's in the backfield. Hit right away. That was Drew Vienendahl that hit him. And there to wrap him up was Brody Eberts. And that'll bring up a long 3rd and about 18 or so. From their own 24-yard line. You got Graydon going to kind of cheat this way as a receiver is over here. He's a lefty. He's throwing it up in the air. Graydon's going to have this if he wants it. Which is not a bad.
Right.
It's not bad. I mean, his momentum would have carried him out probably about the 25-yard line.
Okay, and they're going to have to punt now.
They're punting, and which, again, I'm expecting Mr. Sell will be back to return it.
Yeah, so not a great 3 downs for either team.
Shake them off, and always good next possession. Talk about the keys there. It's tough to get going when you're getting the handoff and you got multiple guys in the opposite color jersey there meeting you. Good snap.
See the old rugby style punt.
And he'll get down all the way down inside the 20, roll down to about the 17-yard line. And the Blackhawks will have their second possession here just over 2 minutes into the 2024 season.
I got to always try to pick a short one because we go in a hurry. Members of Wisconsin Credit Union can access account information and take care of most everyday banking needs online. Via Wisconsin Online, the mobile app, and text banking. Immediate access to your Wisconsin accounts is also available 24 hours a day via touch-tone phone. Visit them at wisconsincu.org to learn more.
All right, second possession. Backed up inside their own 20. Gavin pump fakes, and he's hit right away. Spins off the first guy, and then there is a slew of Vikings there to bring him down. Able to spin and gather the first one. He turned around, and there's no getting out of that.
Yeah, and I mean, until Gavin proves to me that he can be a passer, I'm going to do everything I can to not let him get going running.
And this quick pass, sweep, and again, now the Blackhawks find themselves going backwards. That was Ben Johnson on the handoff. He's backed up to the 10, so they'll find themselves now 3rd and 17 from their own 10-yard line.
And it's this down and distance where you got to be able to see Gavin throw the ball, right?
Right. Coach Kiefer was very happy with his receiving core going into the day. Gavin sprints out to the right. He's going to try and get away from the first guy. Doesn't make him miss. Does throw.
And picked off.
It is intercepted at the 27-yard line. The Vikings take over. Roll out to the right. Nice catch. And the Vikings will have great field position here to start their second possession.
All right, I'm going to read another ad quick here. For 38 years, OEM Fabricators has been your one-stop shop for medium to heavy-duty custom critical metal fabrication used globally to make equipment for the construction, mining, rail, oil, gas, and agriculture industries. Well, they're going in a hurry, so I'm going to pause.
And this is the receiver that's taking the snap now. It's not the normal quarterback. He does keep it. And he's going to be brought down by Haldorf.
Wisconsin Manufacturer of the Year winner. Our certified family-friendly workplace employs 280 Wisconsin team members in Woodville, Neillsville, and Phillips. If you're looking for a unique opportunity, we offer flexible schedules 7 days a week and a variety of metalworking skill sets. To learn more, check out our website at oemfab.com. That's oemfab.com. OEM Fabricators Manufacturing, like we mean it.
Meantime, we got a false start here. against the Vikings again. Bring him back behind the chains. 2nd and 12. That was Chris Keel, the receiver. I mentioned that was lined up at quarterback back there, but now it's back to Brooks Hendrickson.
Yeah, and I think that's, similar to Gavin, who was a really good receiver. This is just an opportunity to get Keel the ball in his hand.
Yep. Throw, he does have a streak in Keel going down, but overthrows him. It will be 3rd and 12. From the 27-yard line, so barring a really good field goal kicker, it's going to be 4-down territory for the Vikings. Not even 4 minutes in here. Beautiful night. Little screen pass here.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yep. Saw that one coming. Slips through a tackle. Be down right around that first down marker, close. And Pointon, I think, he's got it. So, little middle screen there. I believe that was number 3, Owen. Was it Primesberger, number 3?
Yep.
It's tough when you're a D lineman. You just get through and it's like, oh, I get the quarterback.
Yeah.
No, this Primesberger on the run this time, going off the right-hand side. Nice open field tackle there. Number 5, that's Graydon Monacan. Got that head on the outside. Hit him right in the thighs. If your legs ain't moving, you ain't going anywhere. 2nd and 9 for the Vikings. They picked up the first down of the game by either
There's
team.
nobody
covering over here. Luckily, he's right up the middle. I say luckily, but he's going to have a 1st and goal. Runs through a couple arm tackles. And that's Primesberger.
Yep.
And they go quick as well. So 1st and goal from about the 3 or 4 yard line. Yeah, but their receiver down here was uncovered, but Primesberger again. Brought down that time, number 54, Andrew Thompson. Pick up of a yard or so though, but be 2nd and goal from the 2.
Looks like a personnel change. I wonder if we're going to see some under center. If we're going to see some sort of goal line package here. Maybe not under center if they never do that, but.
He does go
oh,
up.
yeah, we're going under center.
Kind of a veer set there and a wing back. It's going to be the 2nd man through this way. Power. He's going to be just shy, I believe. 3rd down, that was again Primesberger. 3rd and about a half a yard here. You got to believe they're going to have 2 cracks at it. Just, if you're a Viking fan, you're saying don't jump early. We've had 2 of them already. Don't no false start here. And give us 2 cracks from the half-yard line. We'd like our chances. Again, under center at the veer. He's going to be the 2nd man. He's going to get in through.
Oh,
he does cross in. Yep. Before Monacan can get him down, it is Owen Primesberger with the 1st score of the 2024 season. It goes the Viking way, and Mount Horeb-Barneveld is on the board first. It's 6-0 with 6:06 to go. It looks like they will be going for a 2-point conversion attempt here. I didn't see a T come out. They did move it over a little bit to the right hash. You have the opportunity to put the ball anywhere you want. Inside the hashes. They do have their goal line formation. It's going to be a fake, I'm guessing. Nope. Little speed sweep here. Going to try and get the edge. He is hog tackled first. And Dane Wiedendahl denies Chris Keel the 2-point conversion. But the Vikings lead the Blackhawks 6-0. 6:06 to go in the 1st quarter here in Mount Horeb.
Flagship Ford is your source for new and used Ford cars, trucks, SUVs, parts, service, and more in the Baldwin area. Our goal is to provide the best possible service to our customers and make sure your car buying experience is second to none. We are conveniently located at 850 Fern Drive in Baldwin. Firehelm Langer is a CPA firm with offices in Baldwin, Ellsworth, and River Falls. At Firehelm Langer, our clients are our top priority. We offer the skills and expertise of a large CPA firm combined with the personal attention and responsiveness of a smaller firm. When you partner with us, we take the time to get to know you, understand your goals, and build a lasting professional relationship. We invite you to turn to us at Firehelm Langer for bookkeeping services, payroll services, financial projections, tax preparation, tax planning, and all of your accounting and tax needs.
All right, first kickoff. Remember, went down to about the 2-3 yard line, so now you know where to kind of set up and get going. They did have a seam, and it was a good return. But back to that punt that they do. It's really tough on their linemen to sit and sustain that and not go downfield. I mean, that's the toughest part. The receivers can go down. That's the advantage. They get a good head start, and he waits until he has to kick it. Linemen,
when you can get that running start and your head is looking, you have the two-way decision. Like, can I get the first down here too?
Can I run it? I can throw it, or I can just kick it. A little shorter kick can be fielded about the 7 yard line. They come this way. Nice little seam there again too, but nice tackle. Number 2, Jack Wilson, wraps him up right at the 30 yard line. Where the Blackhawks will have their 3rd possession of the season.
So far, not a lot happening. We have 4 rushing attempts for 0 yards and 2 passing attempts for 0 yards, including an interception. So
third time's a charm.
Yeah.
Get that first down of the season, and you can roll. Halfway through the first quarter. There's Eberts on this way here. In motion is Dawson Vienendahl. Gavin up the middle. He'll cross the 35. He'll pick up about 7 or so.
I think we got a week 1 break there. Our offensive line wasn't really set before our guys were in motion.
A little more lenience on the week 1 and 2, and with the false starts and that kind of stuff there. Just looking around. And
so he's going to have to reset.
Oh, they were all set there. That first one. Motion, high snap. Going to come this way. Haldorf tries to spin, and they're going to have that first down of the season. So you get that out of the way, get those jitters out, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for Blackhawks from the 42 yard line. Spin move there by Taden.
Haldorf, the ball carrier.
And we do have an injured Viking down. Get either number 6 or number 9.
So 6 is.
It's not 9. 9's right here. So
number 6.
I believe it's 6, but I'm not sure.
Skolgan, a D lineman.
Senior H. What's an H in offense? Is it a holder maybe? H and DL. Defensive line, obviously, but
not wanting to put a lot of pressure on that leg.
As we come back, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks.
I think sometimes an H, I mean, you see H like a halfback, but sometimes an H is like a moving tight end.
Could be. I mean, he's got an eligible number, so.
Yeah, almost like a. You don't see it as much anymore, but there used to be offenses that they'd have like, it'd almost be a fullback that would start like in that slot position and just kind of shuffle back and forth. We may not know if he's out of commission.
1st and 10. Gavin calling out the plays. It's going to be Haldorf to the left, and he's hitting the backfield again. And it's going to go down. That's number 2 again, Jack Wilson. Said his name numerous times. In the backfield's going to be a loss of a solid 5. 2nd and 15 for the Blackhawks.
Loss of 5 on the play, 2nd and 15.
I mean, you look right now, and we have 9 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Quick pass to Monacan. They get past the original line of scrimmage, pick up about 8 or so. First completion of the season. Ball to the 44 yard line, 3rd and about 7, 8 yards.
And this is, I mean, yeah, you're going to put all the guys in the box.
3rd and 8.
Now you can run that bubble. The perimeter is where it's going to be weaker.
Speed out here. Gonna throw it deep. Ooh, gotta get grabbed a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if he would have caught it, but you can't grab him. He did have Brody going, had it step on him, and
yep.
That's a tough one.
It's a tough call.
It is. It's one you don't want to throw, but I mean, it's especially when it's right in front of the team that's committing it. All the coaches can see it. So I believe that'll be a 10-yard penalty, unless they change it to 15, but I think it's 10. We're walking off 15.
Yep. Yep. And that's hard. I mean, you're in coverage and you get beat. You don't know where that ball's coming.
His back's to the ball. He doesn't see that's going to go 3 yards over his head. That's always better than a touchdown, I guess. So,
yep.
1st and 10 from across midfield. Halldorf's going to get the handoff. He's going to drag a couple guys. The legs kept on rolling. The line kept on pushing. And he found his way down to about the 26-yard line. Good run there by Halldorf. Give him about 16 or so. 1st and 10. And it's going to be Halldorf again on the right side. Nice little kick-out block there. That was 54. That would be Andrew Thompson. He's a left tackle, so he pulled there and he kicked the end out. Give Halldorf 5 more. 2nd and 5. High snap. Halldorf's going to go left side this time.
Oh, he gets outside.
Gets him around the first guy and makes him miss. And he's going to be inside the 10-yard line. Coach is asking for a holding. I believe it was our right tackle this time. Pulled, kind of the same exact play. And Murdoch, I think he tried to grab him. I think he might have missed. And
Andrew Jones in on the stop. 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Halldorf goes around him. 1st and goal from about they say 5 on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
run this way, and he's going to find the end zone. He's going to sneak around the edge and into the end zone. Dane Wiedendahl is responsible for the first Blackhawk touchdown. I don't know. The official can run over about something. I don't know if he's asking about the previous play, but the communication there goes to the head coach, and he's still yelling at him. And we talked a little bit, I think it might have been again before we went live, and new kicking unit for the 3rd straight year as well. Been blessed with some good legs the last couple of years. And snap is good. Monikin's the holder. And that was number 13, Chapin West, with the successful extra point. And the Blackhawks have their first lead of the 2024 season. 7-6, just inside 3 minutes to go here in Mount Horeb.
St. Croix Garage Doors provides Western Wisconsin with top quality garage door sales, service, and installation. We proudly serve Baldwin, Woodville, Hudson, Richmond, River Falls, Stillwater, Menominee, and surrounding areas. Give Brian a call today at 715-781-8989 for a quote, install, or service. Nielsen's Foods has been serving community since 1903. We offer full-service Caribou coffee, bakery, deli, and meat departments. We pride ourselves with our award-winning Nielsen's Market Meats and our friendly staff. Nielsen's vision is to build a strong family of customers and employees by delivering superior service to our customers, offering employee growth opportunities, reinvesting in our stores, and serving in our communities. Nick, that's a pretty good response there after 2 empty possessions.
Yeah, again, I mean, you get the cobwebs out, and it's all the same with Mount Horeb. They had a shorter field, but get that first down, take a deep breath, and get going. And also maybe the speed again. Both teams playing quick. It isn't exactly hot, but it's not cold either. And fatigue can come to play early as well. But 3rd drive goes, what was that, 70 yards?
We started on we received that one on the 7. He ran it back to the 20. He ran it back to the 31. So yes, 69 yards. One thing that's throwing me for a loop a little bit is the ball on the scoreboard doesn't always get updated.
I kind of thought that too. I've looked a couple times and I'm like, it's tough to tell at this angle sometimes. The paint isn't exactly
right.
First game paint. I don't know if they painted it a couple weeks ago maybe, but And this is Fern Denzer, I believe, is set to kick off.
Yep.
And about the 10-yard line.
Oh, reverse
here.
That's
and
a problem.
He has a seam. He has a seam. And he gets through it. Fern Denzer's got him to beat. And he's going to have Logan Johnson to beat. And he does get around him. And Owen Primsberger finds his way to the end zone for a second time. This one on a kick return. The lead was very short-lived. It's now the Vikings 12 and the Blackhawks 7. Talk about again back deep, and that was Keel that received it, and of course your eyes are on him, and hands are reversed. 2 nice blocks that gave him a little wedge, and it was, as long as he didn't trip over his own feet, he was fine in the pay dirt.
Yeah, and usually when you see that sort of play, there's more lateral action. I mean, he ran forward and then just kind of handed it behind him. It was really well disguised.
He's not fatigued too much as he takes the handoff. He finds his way in for the 2-point conversion. That was Owen Primsberger again. So he's got 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion, and the Vikings get the lead back 14-7 with 2:46 to go here in the first quarter.
All right. The market is changing. Take advantage of our combined 30-plus years of experience to guide you through it. Call Don at 715-684-9541 or Andrew at 715-928-0410 of Timberland Realtors for all your realty needs. You know, we talked to Coach last night about special teams being a third of the game. And I mean, not that we haven't had good returns ourselves. We've had 2 for over 50 yards total, but giving up a touchdown in special teams.
Well, and their punt kind of changed the field position on their first punt that they had too.
Their punt rolled down the field, ours bounced back.
And so
that's the difference of the game right now, right?
That's big. Little things like that add up throughout the course of the game, especially when 2 teams obviously don't know much about either team right now, but if they're pretty even, that stuff will add up, and you can find yourself looking at the wrong end of the scoreboard, which the Blackhawks do again. But plenty of time. Sun's still out, so. This is where Gavin does get a break on the kick return, as opposed to, like we said, that where there was Keel was the one that is their threat, and he handed it off. Nice end over end kick again, inside the 5. Vienendahl takes it about the 2 or 3 yard line. Comes this way, hits 20-25 with some steam. He's going to cross the 30, out to the 33-yard line. Brought down by number 63, Parker Niles.
Parker Niles with the tackle.
And the Blackhawks have their 4th possession.
Ball spotted at the Baldwin-Woodville 33-yard line. Check that 32-yard line. 1st and 10 Blackhawks.
Oh, check that 33-yard.
We'll move back to the 33 now, yeah. 1st and 10, Gavin. As Nelson rolled to his left this time, he's got open. Monacan hauls it in, going to cross midfield. And out to about the 47-yard line. That's Sell to Monacan. A little different than growing up in the days, but
Monacan on the reception.
Out there by Monacan.
Ball spotted at the Mount Horeb-Barneveld 47-yard line. 1st and 10 Blackhawks.
Ooh. He was good. That's hauled off to the left side. He's going to get to about the inside the 45, down to about the 44-yard line. Positive yards, and that's again one we talked about. Perhaps maybe in week 4 or 5 that might be a penalty where the receiver's backing off the line and then the motion guy goes. But week 1 they might.
And part of that, it won't be a penalty in week 4 because your quarterback is going to have 3 more weeks of experience to figure out, hey, I'm not calling this guy over until I know everybody's set.
Speed handoff this way. Going to try and get the edge. Nice little chip block there. I believe that was Garrett Nelson, wasn't it, on the round? Yep. Okay. And I believe that was Everts. Is it Everts or Everts?
I think it's Everts.
With believe it's him that kind of laid his shoulder and got one guy, kept on going to lead the way. And the first and 10 and about the 35-yard line, 33 or so. Gavin drop back. He's got Monacan going deep. He's not going to be able to spin around. He's going to throw it out to him, Monacan. Up in the air and knocked away. Good defense there. Just kind of go up and get it. And Grade might have jumped a little early, but nonetheless, he goes and pick up the ball. Nice. Flips it over and asks,
how's that not a penalty?
He hung on me. It's a jump ball.
How am I supposed to get the ball if he's holding me down?
It's a jump ball.
And that was, I mean, for Gavin not having a lot of experience as a quarterback, for not having a lot of experience as a passing quarterback, he had a pretty good pocket presence there to spin back and out.
I'm surprised he threw it and not try and run it, but he's going to triangle left, and there's a whole slew. The Vikings in the backfield. Jack Wilson, one of them up there again. I believe it was Owen Krimmer and Talon Stoner were back there as well, but Jack Wilson's been kind of living in our backfield right now. It's number 2. So 3rd and very long now, back to the 40-yard line, 3rd and about 18. We close in 1 minute remaining here in the opening quarter of 2024 Blackhawk football. The motion, Gavin's going to go up the middle this time. Going to get down to about the 35-yard line, 36, where it's going to be 4th and about a 13 or 14. Kind of a different little spot here. I mean, do you try and punt it 20, 25 yards? I mean, again, 4th and 15 is tough, but.
Yeah, but I mean, if you kick it into the
end zone, you're only gaining 15, 16 yards.
I think you got to give it a shot. You got to see what you have as Gavin here as a thrower. And I mean, to me, this is one of those times that it's like, me, you want to throw Joe in for the first time in this situation, but.
Spin out to his left. He's going to try and get the edge here, give him some time. Kind of hits it
across his body, and
Monacan could hang on. And the Vikings will turn him over on downs. Monacan's going to kick himself on that one. I think he had a chance to bring it in.
I think he had it. I think the guy knocked it out of his hands.
Did he? I believe that was Owen Ashland.
It was a good throw. It was
good job to keep running your route there.
Yeah,
we've seen that play time and time again where they kind of spin back around and try and get that edge for him.
But Gavin going left, throwing against his body, made a really good throw on the spot. I think that was just a really good defensive play.
Yeah, I think he bobbled it first.
Are you watching over there?
Yeah.
But the defender was there, right?
He did. I mean, he bobbled it, and then the defender kind of came in and made sure he didn't regather. But again, it's one that Monacan won't let happen again, I'm guessing. But the Vikings back on offense. Crossing the 40 is going to be Primusberger. And that will end the first quarter. It's an interception lead to a Viking touchdown. Blackhawks responded with a nice marching drive to answer. But the Vikings return the kickoff, and that's where we find us 14-7. Mount Horeb leading the Baldwin-Woodville Blackhawks.
Bumper to Bumper is a locally owned and operated driving school located in Somerset, Wisconsin. We offer complete driver education and training consisting of online classroom, in-person classroom instruction, and behind-the-wheel training. So if you're getting ready to apply for your Wisconsin State driver's license, or if you are an adult and just need a refresher course, then Bumper to Bumper is here to help. Visit online at www.btbsdllc.com. I want to thank all of our sponsors here at Blackhawk TV on the season. Timmerman Realty, Nielsen's Foods, St. Croix Garage Doors, Firehelm Langer, Flagship Ford, Wisconsin Credit Union, OEM Fabricators, CW Garage Door Distribution, Baldwin Lightstream, Fenner & Jewelers, Helverson Concrete Solutions, A-Star Concrete, Strikers, Lanes and Sports Bar, The Smokehouse, Schaefer Financial Services, Bumper to Bumper, DMS Repair, Phoenix Bar and Grill, Village Pharmacy, TMS Auto, Pete's Construction, and Fern's Lawn Care. We have room for more, so if you'd like to advertise, there's a link at the top of our webpage, blackhawk-tv.com. Otherwise, there's plenty of ways to get a hold of me, connect with me, and we can talk. Let's start quarter number 2 here at Mount Horeb.
The Vikings will start from their own 41. It is 2nd and 5. Again, first-year quarterback, junior Brooks Hendrickson has been handing it off quite a bit to number 3, Owen Primusberger, who has both touchdowns
Primusberger, the ball carrier.
and the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that kick return obviously was huge. 9 carries on the night, 24 yards. So I mean, for the most part, the Hawks have held him in check.
He had the one right away. It was like -5 or so, but I mean,
But
that really throws a damper on your.
Yeah.
A quick pass out here, and it'll be Keel's first time
catching
receiving the ball. And it looks like it might be a Blackhawk down. Looks like Trevor Murdoch is grimacing in a little bit of pain here. Did not look comfortable as he was laying there.
Injury timeout on the field.
He's the starting tackle as well.
I think he's the Mike. I think he's the middle linebacker.
That was a first down carry for the Vikings. Or first down reception, sorry.
Yeah, I think I had him for about 12 yards. That sound right?
Really spotted it. Yeah, it looks like, well, yeah.
So I didn't see what happened to Trevor on there. I mean, he looks to be walking off. Pretty well under his own power.
It might have been like a gut check or something. I was kind of looking when I saw him actually kind of lean forward. It looked like it was kind of in that midsection area where he got wind knocked out of him maybe, but yeah, he seems to be walking off under his own power well, and hopefully back out there as soon as possible. But 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Just started the second quarter. Primusberger asking which side you want me on. They're going to flip the offense here.
Little fire drill action there.
So both teams going without a huddle. Keel's going to be in motion. A little forward pass to him. Goes about a yard or two is all.
So am I going to count that as a pass?
That is a pass.
Come on.
Brought down by Gavin Sell.
Keel, the ball carrier.
That's the one where all those quarterbacks now get all those yards on it.
But I mean, the rationale behind it is pretty simple, right?
Yeah, if the guy drops it, it's an incomplete pass.
Right.
And that's why you do that instead of handing it off to him, because the negativity or the negative side of it is taken away then. We're up the middle. I'm guessing that's Primusberger.
Yep.
Picked up a couple. It'll be 3rd and about 6 or 7 for the Vikings. And they kind of get into that little territory where probably likely be a 4-down territory, especially if you can get a couple yards here. You have Keel one-on-one over here. You're going to go him this way on a speed stop. Does throw behind him. And we find it 4th and 7.
I don't think you pass like that unless you think you're going for it on 4th down, right?
Well, I mean, again, you got one-on-one.
4th and 7.
Coach Arnold, I believe it is, St. Arnold, is going to say, let's go for it. 4th and 7, and looks like coming over. Luckily, is Dane being able to go across. Keel. Sell kind of fades his way a little bit too, and he's going to push punt it.
Quick punt.
It's going to bounce. It takes a good bounce or bad bounce, but it goes into the end zone as the quarterback took the snap, pooched it down there. Unfortunately, took a good Blackhawk bounce, and they'll start their next possession on the old 20-yard line.
I'm all done with my first half ads, so we can talk all you want.
Let's see if Murdoch comes out. It looks like he's making his way back out onto the field, so that's always good to see. On the flip side for the Vikings, number 6, Ryan Scogan, is still sitting on the training table down here. Has a wrap around the knee, and looks like his night might be done. But
one thing that we can watch his play, and then I'll make a point here that I'm noticing on the sideline.
The speed sweep here, trying to get the edge, and just Vikings doing a good job of keeping them going lateral. And finally it was, guess who? Jack Wilson.
Yeah, every tackle. So
Jack Wilson with the
when
tackle.
Mount Horeb went from offense to defense, all 5 of their O-linemen came out of the game.
Yeah, they're all sitting down here, and then their
So
coach is not very happy with them.
well, but as we get to the third and fourth quarter, I mean, a lot of our linemen are playing on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be fresh, or at least,
Fresher.
yeah.
Gavin fakes and try and come this way.
Oh,
the ball's loose, and nice job. I believe that was number 61, Sam Aho, that jumped on the ball.
Yeah, Aho had the ball, but it's not who had it. Aho definitely had the ball, but he got it taken from him there in the pile. And they want to talk about it because nobody's signaling anything. Gavin definitely fumbled.
Second down.
Yeah.
I mean, it did look like Aho definitely clearly jumped on it, and you see the disappointment down here, and the coaches were jumping up and down, and all the while there's another injured Viking that I don't know if they even noticed that.
Yeah, we just kind of soccer subbed him off, throw him in the gurney, and
Owen Krimmer, I believe that is.
he's holding the shoulder. You don't love that.
It's not 2nd and 10 they just announced, but it's 2nd and 5, I believe, here. So Gavin walks up like he's going under center, but I don't think that's going to happen. Slot goes left, motion again, goes Vienendahl. Going this way though, Waldorf. Nice kick out block there.
That was a really good job by Taden to kind of stay hidden behind his blocker.
Trevor Murdoch, that is.
And then dart to the hole, and that's a 12-yard pickup.
Ball spotted at the Baldwin-Woodville 37.
1st and 10. Blackhawks from their own 37. Snap goes. This time it's going to be Garrett.
Nope.
Or Dawson Vienendahl, sorry. Speed sweep.
Holdorf, the ball carrier. Ashley with the tackle.
Not Holdorf either.
Gain of 4
Nope.
on the play.
Okay.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Blackhawks trailing by 7 here.
The ball is definitely not on the 25.
If you're going off of that for stats, we're going to have a long night. It is on about the 41-yard line, I'm going to guess. Sal claps his hands. Quick pass out. Across the 45. And he's going to get across midfield. Down about the 47-yard line. I believe that was Dawson Vienendahl again. Stand up. Quick pass. First down. Move those chains.
So gain of 11.
Push out of bounds at the Mount Horeb-Barneveld 48-yard line. 1st and 10, Blackhawks.
We got some whistles here as they're going to make McGuire come off for some reason. I don't know if he is bleeding or if he lost something, or you got to have all your equipment intact. If he lost a knee pad maybe, or looks like they're looking something like that. Anyway,
Yeah.
1st and 10.
There's an emphasis on wearing knee pads over
The knee, and coach is going to use a timeout here. Not a bad timeout when one of your better defenders has to go running off here, and Blackhawks just come up with the first down and put a little stop on it. 9:11 to go here in the first half. We don't need to save those timeouts. Let's use it here instead of some confusion. They ran a player off, then had to bring a guy off for, I'm guessing, a knee pad or something like that, and then just take a timeout, regroup, and still got the lead. So first, we got 15 minutes almost in the books here, Mr. Nygaard, and your thoughts on the Blackhawk offense here. We'll go with the offense first.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, there's going to be a learning curve as with a new quarterback. I think the first couple possessions were relatively disappointing, to say the least. The third possession, aided by that pass interference, was good. We were moving the ball on the fourth possession as well. I mean, at this point, we've ran for over 70 yards. So I think it's going to be hard if the passing game is limited, and I mean that's high school high school football always. We've been really fortunate in the last couple years with really good throwers. There's a chance.
Little wheel route there. Dayton Halldorf is bottled up.
That's good cover.
Nicely by Owen Ashleman. 2nd and 10.
But I mean, it's going to be stuff like that, right? Getting the guy out on a wheel route. I think we'll see more types of plays where Gavin's going to throw the ball and not necessarily bubble, but like wide receiver screen type things, where he can just get the ball out on the perimeter just to try to soften up the box, because at this point, like I said, until you can prove that Gavin's a better passer, you don't have to worry about him doing that.
Halldorf goes nowhere. He's hit right away out to the right side.
And it's tough to block against an 8-man box.
Eli Aarons, I believe it was.
Eli Aarons with the tackle.
Back into the game is number 5, Zach McGuire. He's their linebacker. Jack Wilson's the middle linebacker. They kind of have a 3-3 defense. Within that safety kind of creeping up.
And we saw how Mount Horeb combated some of this with us being in the backfield with the screen pass, right?
Yep.
Slow the rush down.
We haven't done it yet. I'm somewhere like I've had a double move, like a pump fake and throw it deep, but it's tough to do. Luckily, Gavin can run away a little bit. Throw it away, young man. That's where he's going to learn, just to throw it deep and take a 15-yard penalty there. He's frustration there on Gavin. He's a little different too. Like I said, when you're catching the ball out in the open field, you get 1 or 2 guys, you can make them miss. But when you got 3, 4 guys chasing after you, you're trying to look down the field. You're still not, your eyes aren't on the end zone. They're on your teammates. And again, it's not going to say growing pains, but it's a new thing. Time will come.
Yeah, I think growing pains is the right way to describe it. Learn.
Our punter is Garrett Nelson. Snap's good. High kick. Gonna bounce about. Out of bounds about 35. Outside of that, I'm guessing. This is where it's always just a guessing game. They'll walk back and then that looks good right there.
So so that's a 22-yard punt. Not great. So if you're going to punt, you at least have to tip the field, right? We went from the middle of the field to the middle of the field. Obviously, you're not going to go for it on 4th and we were probably close to 4th and 20.
No, they just gave him a whole yard. Now I know the officials say you want to spot it at on the line. Okay, there you go.
Move it back here.
It's on an exact line, so put it right on the 39-yard line, not the 39 and a half. If you can do that, it makes it easier on knowing if it's a first down or not. But not a whole yard there. Gavin Sell finding his way back, not quite in the backfield, but gain him 1. So I believe that might be his 2nd tackle tonight.
Those I'll have to rewatch for. We're not keeping track of D stats.
Trips to the left for Hendrickson.
Hey.
And we kind of almost got that view right down the line right now. We are a solid yard off the line of scrimmage, which just because we jumped does not mean he's got to be on the line of scrimmage. Yep, there you go.
Oh, now he's off.
That's close enough again.
That's backwards.
It's close to backwards.
So you're saying forward or backwards, Nick?
I'd say forward. Give him the credit for a pass. It's supposed to be a pass, but Reimsberger was a reception or whatever it was. Dawson Vienendahl brings him down. No gain, 3rd and 9. That's the important part.
Update on Central. It sounds like they're up 19-0.
Who do they got?
I think, did I see Boston?
Oh no, that's one you just can't have again.
I wasn't watching the backfield.
I mean, he kind of stopped and then restarted again and hit him. Just lowered his shoulder. I don't know how late it was, but
so roughing the passer.
Yes.
So instead of getting the ball back,
they're gonna get 15 yards. So it's across midfield down to the Blackhawk 45, but.
And some of that can be frustration.
Correct. He comes off the edge here untouched, and he stops, and he starts again. And if he doesn't stop, he probably doesn't get a sack, but he hits him, well within the time frame.
Yep.
So Viking first down.
Part of that is, first time he's playing defense, first time he's coming around the corner on a blitz, and that's
see,
how you
that
do
one
it.
right there. That's the one they would have had last time. And nice.
Who was that came through? 54.
That was
is that Thompson?
And you go back to again what you're saying. Like, you're not used to that. Well, you're not used to not getting touched either, unless it's a screen. I mean, like Brody was a lot of us like, what's going on here?
Right, but put yourself in his shoes in practice.
Right.
You're pulling up.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
But Andrew Thompson, he did it exactly how you wanted to do it.
It's like, watch this one on film. The next play, here's a
there's that screen again.
And we go for another first down. So they've been hitting on it twice now. Both the middle screen, Owen Primusberger finds himself probably the leading receiver on this team.
Primusberger on the reception.
Yeah, he's got 3 for 25 right now.
First and 10.
First and 10 from about the 33-yard line, which the scoreboard is actually correct this time. Up the middle, Primusberger. It's the first guy miss. Avoids getting hit by Graydon Monacan, but picks up a few down to the 30-yard line. Cut in 3 or 4 yards.
Primusberger the ball carrier. Gain of 4 on the play. Second and 6.
No confusion on the Blackhawk defense here
yeah,
now.
Whoa, we got a false start. And not a little bit of a false start.
What was that? I saw the
check out the receiver at the top of the screen.
Oh, it was a receiver?
Yeah, he reacted to the bailout from our defense, and he just took off down the field like the snap blew. And if they call us anything but a false start,
that's what he's saying. He's like, he took off early.
Yeah. There's no other thing you can possibly call this. What?
Yeah, it's about the same time. I don't know. I mean, it's.
Did we cross the line of scrimmage from defense to offense?
We did. I think we did, but you said the receiver just took off running.
Yeah, because he did.
I don't know. So they just argued about it, and that's the old coaching staff here. Has been in their ear the whole game, and it was a block in the back, maybe.
I need to see that play because
it was almost identical timing. Like our D lineman jumped at the same time. So I mean, I'm guessing he didn't cross. I mean, if you're gonna slow mo replay it, I would be willing to bet the receiver went first, which his movement was illegal before the defensive lineman's movement was illegal. In high school, you cross the line of scrimmage, the defender, it's automatic. You don't get a chance to go back.
Oh yeah, okay. Zach hooked me up on that one.
There's a pass. He's going deep.
Keel's
got it. He's got a step. He dives and he hangs on the ball. He hauls in his deep pass. There he is, the deep threat. And at 5:33, the Vikings going to take advantage of that penalty. Penalties, I guess. We did have one on 3rd and long there. Looking back, now they take the lead, 20-7. Nice throw and catch there.
Yeah, you knew it was only a matter of time before he was going to get downfield.
But we talked about the flipping of the field again. On 3rd down, we take a 10, 15-yard sack. The punt only goes for 20 yards.
They got it wide open in the flat.
Spins him around, but the 2-point conversion pass is good.
What number is that running off?
You can't even hardly tell. The black numbers. Number 1, I believe. Is that Colin Haig? No, that is
number 2.
That's Jack Wilson.
Of course it was.
Yeah, it went to be.
Well, maybe because he's tired from making all the tackles.
But again, back at 3rd and long, we take a sack. We only punt for 20 yards. They have a 3rd and long. We get a first down on the penalty, and then they convert it. So.
Yep. Yeah. Now it's this. I mean, obviously it's a 2-possession game, right? But this is a big possession because if you can't sustain a drive for more than a minute or 2 minutes, and you give Mount Horeb the ball back before half, knowing that they get the ball to start the second half, I mean, we could be 6 minutes away from not being real thrilled with the position that we're at right now. I mean, it's you're telling your guys, hey, the mistakes that we've made are correctable. We got to learn some things. We'll see it on film. But in the interest of staying in this game, this is a really big possession.
But when you say staying in this game, again, it's a long kick return. I mean, that's 7 points. It's a give them an extra set of downs there. We had a turnover. It's not like it's lopsided by any means.
Nope. But if we can't sustain a possession, they're getting 2 in a row.
It could easily get lopsided if.
Right.
Garrett Nelson's going to haul this one in. Going to the right. He finally gets upfield. Gets out to about that 30-yard line again, where it seems like we start a lot of our possessions.
Jimmy Kropelnicki with a nice downfield block on that play. I don't know if you saw that in the screen.
Nelson with the return.
So Blackhawks. All right, go ahead.
I do like. I mean, we end that last possession, or 2 possessions ago, with that pass into the end zone. Gavin made a good throw. And I think just get him going out in space. Roll out passes. It's hard now. He's right-handed. It's easier to roll it to the right. Something quick, maybe. Otherwise, get him moving.
Dayton Holdorf tries to get him going again. Gonna dive forward for a couple yards. Try to cut outside. Couldn't. Dove forward to get what he can.
And you can keep your playbook completely open. 3 timeouts.
Oh yeah, and I think you're not changing anything right now. It's not worry time. Offensively, this possession here. It's gonna be Holdorf to the right on the counter. He's going to cross the 35. It's going to be about a 3rd and 4 or so, 3rd and 5. The Blackhawks in a big 3rd down here. You talked about not wanting to get that quick offensive possession. Here we sit 3rd and 5.
Eli Aaron's in on the stop. 3rd and 5.
This might not be a bad time for a timeout here for one. I can see him taking one. There's a little maybe confusion, and
yeah, it looks almost like. I mean, they have some hurry up stuff to put on wristbands, and it looks like when they subbed out, they needed to switch the wristband.
Gavin trying to get to the edge. He's not gonna. He's gonna be a yard or 2 short of the 40. And
got a punt.
Should. And out does come Garrett Nelson. It's a 4th and a full 2, if not 3.
Yeah, the rationale to not pass is to keep the clock moving, I would think.
Well, it's still 3.5 minutes.
Right.
That's plenty of time.
Then why aren't we passing?
Snap. This kick is off, and it's going to maybe take a bounce.
There we
Bounces
go.
once, twice, and at the 20.
Good move.
Makes the first guy miss. They cross the 30 and about the 35-yard line, where he's not pushed out of bounds, but the Vikings, with 3:20 to go in the first half, leading by 15, really looking to make it look difficult for the Blackhawks here.
Yeah, got to make a stop. And I've said it before, and usually off of turnovers I say it, but when you get that touchdown to give you a 15-point lead, you get a 3 and out. Right now, if there's going to be a time for some heads to hang, I would take a shot. It doesn't look like this is necessarily the
run keel deep and see what you got again.
Yeah, I would.
Kind of cheats his way. Or just keep on going with what's been going, and that is number 3, Owen Primusberger up the middle. Up to the 45.
I mean, if you can get 7, why do something different?
Yep.
He's been the only ball carrier aside from when Keel came in and took that 1 snap. He's carried 14 times.
That's a good workload there. Make it 15. He's going to cross the 45, get outside, and out of bounds right at midfield. Stopping the clock with 2:51 to go here in the first half. Owen Primusberger, the workhorse, carry number 15.
Primusberger with the carry. Ball spotted at the Horeb-Barneveld 49-yard
On their
line.
side of the
First and 10
midfield, so
Vikings.
1st and 10 from the 49 of Mount Horeb. Horeb. He's going to try and get the edge this time. Cuts it up. And he's met by a handful of Blackhawks there, right at midfield. I want to say that was like Drew Stark and Gavin over there.
Primusberger to midfield. 2nd and 9.
Low snap. Goes down to get it. Throws the
There
throw
it
deep,
is.
and he's got a guy deep. And that's Haig. Colin Haig. Got around. And it's 1st down Vikings. It's kind of a fade / fly route. Got behind Vienendahl and nice throw and catch. Brooks Hendrickson, nice throw there. Back up the middle again, and we brought down in the backfield again this time. That was
Primusberger ball
number
carrier.
61, Sam Aho.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11.
Primusberger does look like he's winded though.
I mean, I would be. 17 carries, 40 yards, 80-yard kick return, 3 catches.
Kind of a little wheel route
There, it's
over the middle, it's overthrown, and then there's a guy coming from behind him. Did he stay in the end zone? He did. Is that Keel again?
no.
I'm guessing that's Jack Wilson, I'm going to guess. Whoever it is, we'll find out. It is 6 more points. That was not Owen. He was in the
Oh,
backfield.
Ashelman.
Huh?
Owen Ashelman?
Oh.
Can you guys on the replay tell me what yard line that came from?
Scoreboard says 21.
Okay, we'll go with that.
The 2-point conversion is denied, unsuccessful. Run up the middle with
2-point conversion
With
is
Primusberger.
no good.
that was number 7, yeah, Owen. Ashton, where did he come from?
I don't know, but he was all alone. The pass wasn't even a great throw. And then he like turns it on at the end
He
to
was-
catch it in the back.
They kind of had trips out there, and they made it look like it was a little swing pass to Primusberger, but he just kind of ran and no one went with him.
Yeah, that was
So minute 28 to go, down 3 scores. How aggressive are you right now on offense? I mean,
aggressive enough to not give the ball back, but not so aggressive that if I fail to get a first down, then I'm punting. I'm running on first down and making them call timeout. I'm running on second down and making them call timeout.
And wait to see where you're at.
And then
if it's 3rd and long, you're running again, and you're running that clock down. That's not very aggressive at all.
Yeah, well, if I get a first down, they'll be a little bit more aggressive.
Correct. Let's just return one all the way back, and then worry about stopping them on defense,
Right.
maybe.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of this depends on where we start the possession. You start the possession at the 40. That's a little bit different because when you have to punt the ball, they got to hopefully go 65, 70 yards. If you get the ball at the 25 and have a false start, then we're talking different.
Zach McGuire set the kickoff again.
Zach McGuire to kick off for the Vikings.
Again, opening night here. Mount Horeb.
You're going to call this Mount everything that you've
I
ever
think
heard?
so. I keep getting the first letter right at least. I don't know how many different ones I can get. That's an offside.
Yeah, way
I don't know how he's
offside.
not calling
Goodness
that.
sakes.
Right in front of him too, but again, a little bit of leeway. He's cut it up, and he's going to get up about 30, I'm guessing.
And we're going to call for a legal block in the back.
Instead of re-kicking, we're going to be.
Nelson on the return. Flag on the play.
Yeah, so I mean we've got breaks, I think, on some false starts, but this one's going to be costly because we're going to go maybe not half the distance to the goal, but we're going to start this at the inside the 20,
inside
which
the
is
15.
Exactly what I said we didn't want to see happen. Dang.
Legal block is the call against the Blackhawks.
Yeah, I mean, he's only half a yard offside, so it's not that bad on the kickoff, but still.
Well, I think our guy in defense was maybe a half yard offsides, and that was enough to get a penalty, right?
Against their guy that went sprinting. So 1st and 10 with 1:32 to go. On their own 15-yard line. Thinking you're about 98% accurate with the first play will be a run, of which I would be willing to bet coach will call a timeout if.
And stay in bounds.
Quick pass. That's the worst yet. Quick pass behind. I think it was Zinendal. Now they still have 2 timeouts left.
This is
very dangerous.
Yep. We got a drone over there? You got a drone? There's like rules against that.
Another quick pass. This time it's caught.
Stay in bounds.
And he's going to get wrestled inbounds. Clock does run. It'll be 3rd and short. But I'm surprised they're not calling timeout on Horeb side here.
7 on the play, 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 for the Blackhawks. Really use a first down here. They finally get the ball set. It's their first week too, so speed sweep, and he's not going to go anywhere. That is going to be a loss. And Zinendal again brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
So Mount Horeb called an immediate timeout.
Which they still have 1 left, and we're just inside of a minute. We haven't exactly had the greatest punts. I'd be surprised we're not starting this next possession in Blackhawk territory.
Yep.
Now the side note is we've not seen them attempt a PAT, so the field goal is probably not in question, but that also being said, we've seen a couple of quick passes to the end zone where we can see they can get down the field and it don't take long.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not thinking anything about kicking a field goal. I'm
just saying like we've had that in our arsenal the last couple of years as a Blackhawk fan. You know, you don't even need to get all the way down. There's a drone flying over there, yeah.
Yeah. Which it might be part of some halftime deal, maybe, but unless something changed, I'm fairly certain that there's some policy against that.
4th and 7, Blackhawks set to punt. Senior Garrett Nelson looking to get a good one off here, maybe a good bounce. And now, if he doesn't return it, you kind of want to let it roll and roll and roll, and make him blow the whistle dead. Punt does get off. It is going to bounce. Don't even touch it. Let it go. It'll be right at midfield, where it's finally touchdown. Touchdown by Dawson Zinendal, and the Vikings will have 54 seconds left to try and go 50 yards to get a 28-point lead at half.
Yeah, 50 yards and 54 seconds and a timeout.
Yep. Clock stops on first downs. It stops on an out of bounds. It will start again after they reset the chains, which now in high school is pretty quick on first downs. It's not like it used to be. So 1 step back. Just throw deep, and Graydon's going to try and track that one down. He does not get over there. I don't know if that was a wheel route there, but Chris Keel was trying to streak down the sideline.
So Hendrickson started the game with 2 incomplete passes, including the one that was almost picked off on 3rd down. His next 10 attempts, he was 8 for 10, 117 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
2 scores.
That was his first, well, his 3rd incompletion.
Low snap, quick pass out to the halfback. He's going to cross the 45 down about the 42-yard line. Olin Primusberger. That's his 4th reception. So.
Timeout on Horeb-Barneveld.
17 carries, 4 receptions.
Yep. 73 yards total plus his, I think I had the return down for 82. I might be off on that. It's hard to tell from our viewpoint, but yeah, lots of action for him.
3rd and 4. And I mean, even if you're Horeb coach, you're probably going for a 4th down as your defense has showed that they can withstand them. But you obviously don't want to give Baldwin a short field and back into it right away. But pick it up on 3rd down, they don't got to worry about it. You know, this is one where you, again, middle interior line, you got to try and get after that quarterback, but be aware of that middle screen coming again. They ran that successfully a couple times.
Yeah, and I mean, you run it until the defense doesn't forget about it, and then your quarterback's going to have a little bit more time. Now, without a timeout, you probably don't
Low snap.
do that.
Good little pocket back there. And they're going to throw the flag for
that's all right.
Our pass interference. Dane Wiedendahl.
That's
So that'll be down to just inside the 30-yard line now.
But I don't hate that.
No.
I mean, if it's commit the penalty or give up a touchdown, hold every time.
They've done it. They've just really attacked. They've not attacked inside the hashes. Everything's been kind of out on the sidelines.
Yeah, Hendrickson's got a good arm. He just get it out there.
Wheel routes, it's all that stuff, and it really takes away the safety help. Two set of downs from Horeb. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Good snap. Pump fake.
There it is.
Pump and go.
Get your head around.
And unable to get his head around, the ball does hit off the chest, and that's a tough catch. Bounces into the track. 26 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 from the 33.
I mean, that was good cover, and that's the part where if you have him covered, and his eyes start to go up, you know the ball's coming. He turns his head around, there's a chance he picks that off. And again, that'll come with experience.
Yep. It's Colin Hagg again.
They're gonna take it. They're just gonna switch and give this guy a shot at the bottom of the screen now.
Yep. Comes to the middle of the field this time, actually. Pump fake, and he's gonna try and run it.
It's a pretty good result.
And the kick here is they don't have a timeout.
Yeah, that's the best result possible for the Blackhawks.
14 seconds. Down to about 10. Now, again, they do run quick as well, and they're not as quick as they want to be here. As we get down to about 5, they can't really spike it now.
That was a false start.
Which, does that run it off in high school? Or is the clock start, or how it works here?
They'll set it and they'll blow it ready for play, or they'll whistle it ready for play. So as soon as they...
So I mean, this is where you wouldn't mind getting under center and just spike one real quick, which you can do now in high school.
They got it off.
So last play of the half, barring a penalty, doesn't go get it.
Go get it, Graydon. There, okay,
throws it kind of out of bounds, where no one can get it. Well, first half, score 35 points on the board. It was Mount Horeb scoring first. Blackhawks answered, had a 7-6 lead, but that was erased right away on a kick return for a touchdown. And Horeb followed it up with 2 more, and they lead a half, 28-7.
We will turn our mics off here for halftime. We'll be back with about 3 minutes left to recap half number 1. See you in 12 minutes. All right, welcome back. Got about 3 minutes left in this halftime, and then they'll be followed by your 3-minute ramp-up period. Little game reset here at 6:06 after 4 empty possessions, or 3 at least. 6:06. Mount Horeb-Barneveld scored on a 1-yard run by Owen Primusberger. Extra point, 2-point conversion fails. 6-0 Vikings at 2:59. The Blackhawks answer with a Dane Wienendahl 10-yard run off the right edge. Wes Chapin converts his first extra point attempt and gives the Hawks a lead ever so briefly as Mount Horeb runs a reverse on the kickoff return, and Primusberger goes around 82 yards to score. He then runs in the 2-point conversion. Vikings lead 14-7. No scoring then for a little bit at 5:33 of quarter number 2. The Vikings go into the air, get a Brooks Hendrickson touchdown to wide receiver Chris Keel that covers 27 yards. Hendrickson then converts with a pass to Jack Wilson for 2 more points, 22-7, and then a 138. Hendrickson completes a 21-yard touchdown pass to Aiden Eshelman. The run fails, which puts the score 28-7 at half. The Vikings won the toss and deferred, so with that 21-point lead, they will now turn around and receive the second half kickoff. Mr. Pack, let's talk about half number 1.
Yeah, the first half of the first quarter there was a lot of cobwebs, both teams. I think the biggest thing there is, I'm not saying that I'm not taking any away from Mount Horeb, but they really capitalized on some Blackhawk mistakes. It was an interception that led to their first touchdown.
Correct.
It's a short field. They did a good job of flipping the field, where I don't think we've done that. But again, interception leads to the first touchdown. A kick return for a touchdown.
Yep.
We had a penalty on 3rd down, which would have been 4th down, and punting that leads to another touchdown.
Yep.
So again, and mistakes happen, and we know that's going to happen. And week 1, week 2, that's when you're trying to get rid of them into the conference play. Obviously, halftime adjustments, you hope to get rid of them as well and make more of what you can do. I don't expect much change from the Blackhawks. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of number 12, Joe Jensen, at quarterback at some point, just to see the package and try and get Gavin. Again, our biggest explosiveness is Gavin out in open field, which has not happened yet.
Right. Yeah, so statistically, looking at the Blackhawks, Gavin's done all the passing. He's 4 for 10 for 45 yards with that interception. On the rushing side of things, Taden Haldorf has 11 carries for 49 yards. Garrett Nelson has 1 carry for 11 yards. Dane Wienendahl has 3 carries for 6 yards. Gavin, because he's taken a couple sacks, and in high school sacks are considered running plays, has 8 carries for 6 yards. And Dawson Wienendahl 1 carry for 4 yards. Also, Ben Johnson had 1 jet sweep that went for -6. So all told, that's 25 rushes for 70 yards, less than 3 yards per pop. Not great. Receiving, Graydon Monica has 2 catches for 27 yards. Dawson Wienendahl has 1 catch for 11 yards, and Dane Wienendahl has 1 catch for 7 yards. There's your 45 yards total. On the Mount Horeb side, Brooks Hendrickson's done all the passing. He's 9 for 16, 125 yards with 2 touchdowns. Primusberger, 17 carries for 40 yards. And then the Vikings have 4 different guys, 4 single-digit numbers that have combined for those 125 yards receiving. So 165 yards of total offense for Mount Horeb, and we're at about 125 for the Blackhawks. So
I mean, that's not a big That's not a 21-point difference right there in yardage.
No, but the difference is that they had 17 yards to score 7 and 82 yards on special teams to score 7.
Right. And that's what I'm saying is it's not going into halftime and going, man, we just got our butts kicked, or it's a butt whooping, or it's one side or like that at all. I don't think, personally. But again, you make mistakes, one team's capitalizing on them.
Right.
And that's 2 teams that went level 4 last year, and got a lot of new players out there that need to get some cobwebs off and need to get kicked down, and then coaches are going to see who gets back up again and gets after it. So
right.
We'll see a lot of that here in the second half, and sustain some drives. That's our problem we've had the last couple compared to the last couple years is we don't have that big play right now. We've had to sustain drives. We've gotten a couple first downs, well then all of a sudden one play goes backwards and we don't have that big downfield play that we've had in the last couple of years. So.
Right. And one of the first things that after we turn the mics off at halftime, Ambrose says, and I thought you'd say something about we've been kind of spoiled with our quarterback play the last 2 years. We've had the privilege of getting to watch the last 2 seasons of quarterbacks that made football look really, really easy. And football, generally, not typically easy, especially when you're trying to play the most difficult position in sports. So,
and to be crystal clear, I mean, we're not ripping on Gavin.
No, heck no.
I mean, and he has not played poorly. I mean, it's a new position. It's new.
Right.
And so we're not doing that, and I don't think anyone thinks we are, but it's difficult, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. And again, he just needs more reps.
Yep. And part of the reason that it looked easy for Mason and Cal is because they could throw it to Gavin. You know what I mean?
Well, again, right? And that's
we had it was a lot of fun to watch, and sometimes you just have to remind yourself that we got to practice, we got to get better, we got to keep working, and
we got a big overhaul here. I mean, you look basically. I mean, Graydon played some wide receiver last year.
What Dan say? 3 returning starters on offense.
Everett's played a little bit of receiver last year, and Hallorth did a lot of running last year. Right. And this kick's going to give Horeb some great field position to start off with. Other than that, 5 new receivers, the new wing backs, or whatever you want to call them, H-backs or stuff, and obviously the receiver goes to quarterback. So
Taden, Graydon, and Gavin were the 3 non-senior starters on offense last year.
Right. And one of those is basically a non-starter because he's playing a different position.
Mm-hmm.
So 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Vikings. They haven't been mistake-free either. They've had a few penalties, and you did mention how their entire O-line does not play defense, so maybe that kind of led to some of that second quarter lopsidedness, if you will. And this is Keel taking the snap again. He gets to the outside, and here's a block, and that may have been a little hole, but Keel's going to display some speed, and one play in, the Vikings find their way to the end zone. So hopefully that popcorn was done popping, and you've got your other refreshments and made it back. It wasn't the kickoff, but it was the first play from the second half. And Travis Keel, that's his first name again. Chris Keel. Goes 65 yards. It's 34-7.
Yeah, and he was a really dynamic player on a really good team last year. And we didn't. He did have that one touchdown catch, but we hadn't really seen him being involved much, and he's a heck of a player.
Yeah, he got that edge, and he was gone. So they do go under center when they go in this little goal line package of veer and kind of power eye. And there he is again. Owen Primusberger finds his way into the end zone for a 2-point conversion, and 11 seconds into the third quarter, it's Mount Horeb 36. Blackhawks 7.
I want to thank all of our sponsors here at Blackhawk TV, Tierman Realty, Nielsen's Foods, St. Croix Garage Doors, Firehelm Langer, Flagship Ford, Wisconsin Credit Union, OEM Fabricators, CW Garage Door Distribution, Baldwin Lightstream, Fenner & Jewelers, Helverson Concrete Solutions, A-Star Concrete, Strikers Sports Bar, The Smokehouse, Schaefer Financial Services, Bumper to Bumper, DMS Repair, Phoenix Bar and Grill, Village Pharmacy, TMS Auto, Pete's Construction, and Fern's Lawn Care. Thank you, sponsors.
So now this is one of those is on the sideline. You gotta find a way to keep your head up and just keep on keeping on. Again, it's these important reps that you need. Don't look at the scoreboard. Claw your way. Who knows? Find yourself back into it.
Yeah, for sure. So, for those wondering, running clock rules in high school football in the state of Wisconsin start at 35. So if there's ever a 35-point difference in the second half, the clock will run continuously even if the deficit comes within 35. So it remains running clock for the remainder of the game. Unless something changed in the last year, which, I'll be honest, if the rules have changed, I haven't looked.
Have you ever read a rule book before? Any sport?
No, especially basketball. When I wanted to tell you that you were wrong, so I intentionally didn't learn the rules.
There's a good kick, and that's going to find its way into the end zone, which is an automatic touchback. We got kind of used to that there in Baldwin Woods the last couple of years. So Blackhawk offense will have their first possession quickly here in the third quarter.
I actually would read like one really, really random rule before every game when I knew you were officiating, just so I could try to
just plant that one.
Catch you on that one rule.
Woodfield, 20-yard line, 1st and 10 Blackhawks.
Gavin have to take the snap here. Quick swing pass out. I believe that's Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
Run out of bounds. Give him a yard or so.
Johnson on the reception.
And that's really where I think we have to. And even though you're saying, it's 2 yards, like 2 yards isn't going to change anything, but 2 yards pressing the issue more towards the sideline is just going to get that middle hopefully more open.
Mr. Hope, I mean, those linebackers, just all that safeties are all, everyone's just downhill, downhill, downhill. Gavin keeps. Gavin goes backwards.
8 guys right there in the 3 yard radius of
Gavin. The pre-snap, that safety, he's 10 yards and he's just walking up, and he's coming downhill. He wants to jump that quick pass. Linebackers are a couple yards off the ball.
Sell the ball carrier. Loss of 5 on the play.
So 3rd and 12 now for the Blackhawks in their opening possession.
3rd and 13.
In motion, Johnson again. It's that heavy A-gap pressure by the Vikings. Stops, plants, comes back across field. I think that's Everts. Hauls it in. Out to the 45-yard line. Brody gets his first reception.
Everts on the reception. Keel with the tackle.
Out to the 44.
26 yards.
1st and 10.
It's always nice to get that first down. Snap, be a counter. Holdorf avoids the first arm tackle, avoids the second arm tackle, gets out to midfield, picks up 6. 2nd and 4.
And it's plays like that where Gavin doesn't have to make a really, really difficult throw. I mean, that's not an easy throw to make. He's moving, he's throwing against his body, but it's going to just make things a little more open.
He's up the middle, and he's going to go nowhere again. 0 yards, so 3rd down for the Blackhawks. 3rd and about 4.
Stoner in on the tackle.
And you watch these middle linebackers, Jock Wilson, I think it is, he comes right downhill in the A gap. Just trying to get Gavin to the outside here. He cuts up. He's going to have a first down across the 45, down to about the 44-yard line. First down, Blackhawks.
That's what you need, right? A little momentum.
Yep. Again,
Sell
it's
the ball carrier.
you don't look at the scoreboard. You
Jack McGuire with the
put some
stop.
good things together to build off of, and
1st and 10, Blackhawks.
Johnson in motion. Waldorf on the counter. He's going to cross the 40. Down close to the 35. And
Waldorf with the carry.
Taden's a little slow to get up.
Gain of 7 on the play. 2nd and 3.
I believe it's Gordon is the Taden's backup. Is that correct?
I do believe you're right. Yes, number 30.
There he is. Yep, Trent Gordon. All right, here we go. Not a timeout. Back at it, hopefully. Taden just needs a quick breather, and he's back out there. 2nd and long 3 for the Blackhawks. They're open possession here in the second half after a 65-yard keel run.
Ooh, our line. Look how not straight they are. We got guys.
Pump fake, pump and go. Plenty of time for Sell. Back pedals and just kind of throws it over towards the direction of Ben Johnson.
That's improvement from half number 1, right?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Just throw it over his head.
Sells passes incomplete.
3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
So Will Phelps replacing Noah Sarr. And maybe I shouldn't say this till we're on defense, but I don't think he's had any issues with any snaps. So it's always a promising thing.
Pump fake and there's a roll out again. Gonna step up in the pocket.
This is where Gavin's at his best, right here.
Pump. Gets a good block from Monica, and he goes just shy of the 20-yard line out to about the 22. And I mean, you look at Gavin, he's gassed as well too. And it's taxing every play getting the ball, mentally making that decision, and
yep, and then coming out and having to play defense.
Yeah.
And Cal did that. I mean, Cal did that really well last year.
22-yard line. 1st and 10, Blackhawks.
1st and 10. Counter. Gordon gonna be the first carry of the year. He gets down to about the 20. Slow getting up there was Phelps, I believe.
Ball carrier.
Was Aho.
Harrison Walker with the tackle.
2nd and 8. Closing in on 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
2nd and 7.
Speed. Gavin's gonna roll to the right. Come back this way. I'll go back that way, and I'll throw it, and it's not looking good.
Did he catch it?
No, he dropped it. Looked like he caught it. Just by his reaction was he didn't catch it. And the arms went waving. 3rd and 8. Let's see Gordon go off. I'm guessing Waldorf's back in. Yep, there he is. 3rd and 8, obvious 4-down territory here.
Now we talk about difficult passes. The pass that Gavin attempted there would have been an extremely difficult one to complete, to put through that window when you're falling backwards and against your body. Here we go.
Gets up the middle, follows a couple nice little blocks there. He gets brought down from behind, and Gavin Sell's going to find his way to the end zone. He goes, finally. Because I found this so much easier last year, but that's a 20-ish yard touchdown. 21-yard touchdown. Gavin Sell up the middle. Just kind of, the other thing that's new for him there, he's running behind his lineman, almost following him like usually he's running away from people. That time it's like slow down, let them lead you to the end zone.
Going for 2. Here it is. Check it out.
Quick little pitch over here. Waldorf into the end zone. And they don't like it.
Who doesn't like it?
Their coaches think it was illegal.
There's nothing illegal about that.
kind of surprising. We talked about that on the way down here of a little trickery play there. I'm kind of surprised to see it here in week 1, but I mean, you got to try it, and there's obviously a lot of different wrinkles to it, so. I'll try and rewind it back here and see who.
So Graydon Monacan snapped the ball sideways to Taden Haldorf. And then he just finds a seam and falls forward. Anyway, I got to read while you do that, I'm gonna read some ads. DMS Repair is a repair shop located northeast of Baldwin off Highway 63, repairing all makes and models. They have all the new EFI diagnostic equipment to repair all machines. If you're a do-it-yourselfer when it comes to repairs or need accessories such as riding gear or add-ons to your machines, DMS Repair offers a discount on all parts and accessories.
So it was Murdoch and Stark were the two right guard, right tackle that were leading the way for Gavin on that run. And then, so it's important to know in high school, so they do have to have 5 lineman numbers. You can't be a lineman, which they do. They split them out to the left, and then they have to have 7 guys on the line of scrimmage.
Which we do.
So Monacan, I believe is Monacan snaps it, right? He's the 6th one, and they have someone covering up. Monacan's just an ineligible receiver. You don't have to stand 2 feet next to each other. You can stand how you want. You don't got to snap it between your legs. So he just snaps it sideways to Holdorf, who goes in behind the lineman for the 2-point conversion.
Did I see a flag?
You got a lot of whistles coming here.
Yeah,
There's a flag about the 49-yard line.
Jack Wilson on return.
He's like, hey, I'm blowing my whistle, guys. And the ref's like, hey, I'm back here. I don't know if his headset's not working or. A lot of crews will have a way to communicate now, so this person has to walk all the way in here. And personal foul against the Blackhawks, so that's not one that coach is going to like at all.
So Murdoch was talking to the official there. That would, to me, suggest that he was guilty. And that's going to put the Vikings well into Blackhawk territory.
Personal foul is the call against the Blackhawks. Penalty moves the ball to the
So inside the 45, starting 1st and 10 from the Blackhawk 43. Great starting field position. Vikings are leading 36-15. They do send Hendrickson back at the quarterback. He's going to drop back. A little out. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Hendrickson's pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he's got to be a pitcher, right?
He's got to be.
6'3", 195.
Junior, left-handed.
Lefty.
Big advantage right there. 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. I was trying to see what happened on the kickoff, but it was out of camera.
Because Ambrose is too good on the zoom.
Up the middle. Across the 40. Pick up about 5 or so again. I'm guessing that's Owen Primusberger.
Yeah, he's only carried it now 18 times, so I feel like he's got at least 40 in him.
Stark with the tackle. 3rd and 6.
Three-score leader, so I'm guessing it might get a different guy in there, but just starting the 3rd quarter. This first carry of the half, so coming off the edge here, and here comes that middle screen again. They did the blitz, however, Haldorf was not fooled in the middle, and it's going to bring up 4th down. As there it is again, Owen Primusberger. 4th and 5, watch the ball. This is one where they're going to try and get you to jump, and we do this very well. We'll send the motion, speed across, clap the hands, don't snap it. They do. Primusberger cuts upfield. Going to be down by Holdorf, but not before picking up the 1st down. Down to the Blackhawk 32, and for some reason the clock's still running. Mr. Timmerman must be make his presence here. Or
I have no comment.
First and 10, Vikings.
He's hopefully practicing, so next week he's got it down. First and 10, Vikings. Roethlisberger switching sides. Drop back
they
pass.
got someone
Keel's wide open. Lofts it up. He hauls it in. Slides into second base. Touchdown, Chris Keel. The third one, I believe, from Brooks Hendrickson. Brooks Hendrickson's third one. Keel's second. Receiving. But his third time in the end zone also. It's 42-15. Vikings. It was a busted coverage there, but he had options. It looked like he had
Keel wasn't the most open player on that side of the field.
no, but when in doubt, that's not a bad option to go to. So here's that veer form. They've done a lot of either the power off of it or they faked it. And this time it's the first man through. And the first man through finds his way in. 2-point conversion is successful. And I believe that was Primusberger again.
Yeah.
Two-point conversion is good.
Looks like Jack Wilson's hobbling off. I'm guessing that might be a cramp, but the way they're stretching him out, it looks like it.
And I got to add to read here. OEM Fabricators for 38 years has been your one-stop shop for medium to heavy duty custom critical metal fabrications used globally to make equipment for the construction, mining, rail, oil and gas, and agriculture industries. A Wisconsin Manufacturer of the Year winner, our certified family-friendly workplace employs 280 Wisconsin team members in Woodville, Neillsville, and Phillips. If you're looking for a unique opportunity, we offer flexible schedules 7 days a week and a variety of metalworking skill sets. To learn more, check out our website at www.oemfab.com. That's www.oemfab.com. OEM Fabricators, manufacturing like we mean it.
Another kickoff here, and the Blackhawks will have to do what they did again last time too. Just put together a good drive and hopefully end up down the end zone. Let's keep building on some things.
Central leads 41-7 at the end of the third quarter, I believe. They're playing Mauston, but I could have that wrong.
Yes, it is Mauston. I did look up Blackhawks. Not quite to the 20. It was, I believe, Prescott's at Northwestern.
Oof.
Ellsworth has Lacrosse Logan. Somerset's got Bloomer. Amory's got Grantsburg, Osceola versus Merrill. Central has Mauston, and Altoona is at Fall Creek. Altoona,
Crickets.
welcome to the middle border for football.
Lacrosse Logan, is that where you went, Ambrose? You're a Central guy?
Definitely not the other one. First and 10 Blackhawks from, says their own 20.
There we go,
There
Gavin.
goes Gavin. Good little, get the feet going, gets out to about 25-ish. I think they started inside the 20 there. Don't go off of that.
It's actually kind of embarrassingly frustrating.
Second and about 3, so pick up a 7. Haldorf following the pulling lineman. He's going to have himself a first down.
We got a cramp.
Waldorf with the carry.
Yeah, definitely a cramp.
And that's, I don't like that, just go down. I mean, yeah. The coaches run out, you're telling you to go down.
So I'm gonna give Tatum 6 yards on that. Pickle juice. What else? Mustard. What else?
Bananas.
Bananas.
Salt.
Salt, huh?
Yeah. I think.
Like just a shot of salt. Or
I mean, put salt on your food, I think. that what you're supposed to do?
Well, yeah, but
I mean, when you sweat, it's all salt. I don't know if you ever lick your sweat or not, or like you taste your sweat.
is that something that you do in Minnesota? I don't know.
You don't lick it, but I sweat, you know, and it gets in your mouth sometimes.
Yeah, that's why you drink Powerade, right? Replace the electrolytes.
Exactly.
Or if you're from Southwest Minnesota,
just lick your sweat. That's how you get it back.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, it's not overly warm here. I think what do I got? 66 degrees. It's actually a really nice night.
Oh, beautiful. There's not much of a wind at all. Flags on the goalpost of just straight down. And good crowd here for the Mount Horeb side, and I would say a good enough crowd for the Blackhawks that drove down 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I'm guessing the people watching at home might be sitting outside, projectors, campfires,
some marshmallows,
s'mores,
and some Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I'd probably have stopped the Mountain Dew. Got to fall asleep.
Oh,
he's open.
Wheel out, and Haldorf's going to catch it to 45. He's got the end zone in his sight. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is going to get in there. That is the first passing touchdown of the season for the Blackhawks. So, to Haldorf.
68 yards.
68 yards is the answer. So, again, it's you talk about good things, and there it is. 2 possessions in the second half and 14 points so far. And we'll see if they don't do the same thing here again with this onside. I want to see this coach kind of go after him again.
Are we gonna?
Oh, yeah. They're going to shift over. So it's a numbers game here. They have 3, 4, 5 guys to the right, and we only have 3. So they're going to snap the ball over here to Taden and take their chances running the guy behind 5 linemen with only 5 linemen at a tight end there going against 5 guys. I like your odds.
That's what they do. Number space leverage, right?
So, I mean, they had 2 guys over top of a receiver. They had a guy on the other side of of Graydon Monica, and they had a guy over top of Graydon Monica. So that's 4 guys guarding essentially one person, because Graydon can't catch the ball.
Right.
He can't snap it to himself. And then, I mean, if they come the other direction, now you got, 3-on-3 with Gavin Sell. I like your odds there.
I do.
So.
All right, members of Wisconsin Credit Union can access account information and take care of most everyday banking needs via Wisconsin Online, the mobile app, and text banking. Immediate access to your Wisconsin accounts is also available 24 hours a day via touchtone phone. Visit them at wisconsincu.org to learn more. Flagship Ford is your source for new and used Ford cars, trucks, SUV parts, service, and more in the Baldwin area. Our goal is to provide the best possible service to our customers and make sure your car buying experience is second to none. We are located conveniently at 850 Fern Drive in Baldwin.
One thing that does too, Jeremy, correct me if I'm wrong, but for opponent-wise, I mean, you've got to spend a lot of time practicing against that. So, I mean, you're throwing a whole new wrinkle that you're not going to see very often. It's okay, now we're playing them. Coaches are trying to figure out how do we stop it, what do we do, spending a lot of time at practice against a play they may or may not see.
Yep.
And less time on other stuff, so.
Yeah, I mean, now that our conference opponents have seen it, they're certainly going to have a strategy.
Correct. Pooch kick. I don't know why if he's aiming for someone over there.
I'm not sure.
It's twice he's tried to pooch it. Jansford and Denzer, the kickoff specialist, if you will. They have.
The Blackhawk kickoff goes out of bounds.
Chapin West was the extra point kicker.
West Chapin, back the other way.
Is it?
West Chapin, yep.
Okay, well, I was going to ask you that earlier, but in the program, it does say Chapin's the first name.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure does.
That's why I'm like,
Oh.
it's one of those that has 2 first names. I guess
Yeah,
West is a weird last name, but
we'll fix
my
it.
apologies. I guess
No, I think Coach Peterson usually is the roster guy, so we'll have a little chat.
So the options they can get at the 35, they could either back them up 5 yards and kick it again or they get it 5 yards from where it goes out of bounds, correct? Or is it at the spot that goes
I think
out
it's
of bounds?
at the spot.
So, up the middle, trying to bounce it outside, and he does. And he's the ledge. He's got midfield. 40, 35, 30. He's going to get caught from behind. He stays in bounds. And 63 yards later, guess who? It's Owen Primusberger. And boy, this second half is putting up the points there. That's 5 touchdowns in not even just over 7 minutes.
So it's 63 yards on that run?
Yeah, 62, 63.
So that puts him at 113 on 20 carries.
And he's gonna might get one more right here too.
And I mean, I'll tell you, I don't mind a long high school football game if I don't have to drive 3.5 hours home.
He does get one more on the
no
2-point
good.
try. Does not get the edge. He's ankle tackled. I believe that was Gavin Sell. Unsuccessful 2-point conversion, but the Vikings 50 and the Blackhawks 23.
Firehelm Langer is a CPA firm with offices in Baldwin, Ellsworth, and River Falls. At Firehelm Langer, our clients are our top priority. We offer the skills and expertise of a large CPA firm combined with the personal intention and responsiveness of a smaller firm. When you partner with us, we take the time to get to know you, understand your goals, and build a lasting professional relationship. We invite you to turn to us at Firehelm Langer for bookkeeping services, payroll services, financial projections, tax preparation, tax planning, and all of your accounting and tax needs. St. Croix Garage Doors provides Western Wisconsin with top quality garage door sales, service, and installation. We proudly serve the Baldwin, Woodville, Hudson, Richmond, River Falls, Stillwater, Menominee, and surrounding areas. Give Brian a call today at 715-781-8989 for a quote, install, or service.
So 7 minutes and 12 seconds in, we've had a 65-yard run by Kiel. Longer drive by the Blackhawks.
Got 21-yard touchdown by Gavin.
And then it was how long was the pass to Kiel? 60?
30.
Oh, that was it?
32 I had. And then
a long pass to
68,
Hallmark.
and then 63.
So
A lot more offense in the. I mean, we talked about the numbers in the first half, and they were both just barely over 100.
I think it was like 120 and 145,
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah, it wasn't 300 combined. I know that for sure. This one is returnable. Wiedendahl, he's got to see.
Oh boy!
He might go 40, 45. His knee goes down. Nice job tackling. And I believe it was Zach McGuire, that kicker, that brought him back down.
Oh, we got a Blackhawk down.
It's always nice when your middle linebacker is also your kicker too.
Yeah.
Last line of defense is
A really good line of defense.
Little, not your normal. I can't see who that is down, but
I mean, either.
4:39 to go here, 50-23.
#21, Garrett Nelson, the punter. Play some H.
Well, I need to ask Coach Kiefer what that H is.
Huh?
If he might know.
Well, he plays. Garrett plays receiver for us, which is the
I'm saying
H.
the H for that the Horeb guy. That
The Skogan, the kid that's hurt. I'm pretty sure it's like a. I don't know how to best describe it.
quick pass, go up and get it, and
Was that Jimmy Kropelnicki making a catch? I think so.
it was James Kropelnick Jr. catches it but loses 5 yards.
Loss of 4 on the play. Second and 14.
Second and long for the Blackhawks.
So I think Jimmy was maybe a third grader. My first year coaching basketball, and I went to Coach Ketz. I said, "Which kids do I have to recruit to be basketball players?" He's like, "That Kropelnicki kid." Turns out he was a wrestler. Could never convince him.
Holdorf, speaking of wrestlers, gets it out to midfield.
Ashelman with the stop. Gain of 4 on the play.
Tage found his way to the state wrestling tournament again last year. Speed motion. Give. Try and get the edge. Johnson not able to. It's going to be fourth and long. Give him a yard or so, I guess. Down to about the 49. No reason not to go for it here.
4th and 6.
Gavin drops back, and he's going to run away, and he's going to go backwards. Brought down in the backfield. That is another sack. Back to the 40 where the Vikings will take over. 1st and 10, leading by 27.
All right, Nielsen's Foods has been serving communities since 1903. We offer full-service caribou, coffee, bakery, deli, and meat departments. We pride ourselves with our award-winning Nielsen's Market Meats and our friendly staff. Nielsen's vision is to build a strong family of customers and employees by delivering superior service to our customers, offering employee growth opportunities, reinvesting in our stores, and serving in our communities. The market is changing. Take advantage of our combined 30-plus years of experience to guide you through it. Call Don at 715-684-9541 or Andrew at 715-928-0410 of Timmerman Realtors for all your realty needs.
So the last stop on the 2-point conversion did make them, they're going to have to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to make this a running clock.
Correct. We got one more to read for the game. Bumper to Bumper is a locally owned and operated driving school located in Somerset. We offer complete driver education and training consisting of online classroom, in-person classroom instruction, and behind-the-wheel training. So if you are getting ready to apply for your Wisconsin State driver's license, or if you are an adult and just need a refresher course, then Bumper to Bumper is here to help. Visit online at www.btbsdllc.com.
Contact Mark Nortman at First Weber Realtors.
And as you mentioned, still plenty of time to get your advertisement read there. It's football, volleyball, basketball, wrestling.
Yep. It's approximately, I figure, about 45 events. Give or take.
Helps allow you people to stay back home and watch and still support the Blackhawks as they find themselves here hoping to regroup defensively. And quick pass. Keel.
I'd get him the ball too. A good tackle, good gang tackle, good pursuit.
And another flag.
Keel on the reception. Flag on the play.
Is that Taden getting talked to there? Okay, and our coaches are imploring the officials to blow their whistles. Like, kids are coached to play until the whistle, right?
Personal foul is the call against the Blackhawks.
Right. So I don't know if they're not, and that's what's happening, or...
Well, I just heard one of the coaches yell.
I did too, and obviously, but it was, I mean, it would have been a, I think it was a Mount Horeb coach that yelled it.
Oh. But either way, I mean, that's how you coach your kids.
Right, and I mean, he's wanting, Mount Horeb's trying to protect his players, like, hey, blow your whistle when the guy's down. Nowhere. That was number 10. Logan Johnson. Coming off the edge.
Brought down at the 22-yard line. 2nd and 12.
And
Full start.
Well, we've had a lot of flags. Again, it's week 1.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6 on us and 4 on them. I'm not positive that that's accurate. They have 3 false starts and a defensive pass interference. We have roughing the passer, defensive offsides, illegal block in the back, DPI, and 2 personal fouls.
Johnson coming off the edge again. This time it's a screen to Keel.
Oh,
and Keel's going to find himself not quite in the end zone. a different form of a middle screen, a wide receiver middle screen. He kind of just jets right down the line of scrimmage. And
Chris Keel on the reception.
they go quick because they're down inside the 5.
First and goal.
He's now over 100 yards passing, or excuse me, 100 yards receiving, plus he has the 65-yard run. And he's kind of limping a little bit.
I think he's more disappointed he didn't find his way to the end zone for the 4th time. Our Blackhawk down.
So where would you say the ball is? The ball on the what yard line is the ball placed at right now?
I'll tell you in a second when the refs come out. It's tough to tell what that down marker is so far behind the. It looks like he's only like a yard or two from the G over there, so it,
right. So I'm like, he's got to be at the 1 yard line, but it just looks so far from the pylon.
It's deceiving when you see the pylon is 5 yards away, but.
And the scoreboard says the ball is on the 27.
It is. It's 3rd and 17 from the 27. I don't know if they had a 3rd and 17.
That was what. Yeah, it was 3rd and 17 because they had a negative 2 yard run, false start. So it was 3rd and 17 from the 27.
Okay. And now they're on the 1, and up the middle it's going to be
Primusburger
into the end zone.
Wait, it wasn't Primusburger.
Wasn't?
Or was it?
I thought it was. Oh, he looks like he's running out now. Oh, no, it wasn't.
Zach McGuire, the ball carrier.
Say, is that McGuire? Looks like number 5, maybe?
Number 5.
Yeah, definitely was. So a 33-point lead here. If they are successful with this 2-point conversion, we'll have a quick 4th quarter. Stand up, throw it out in the corner. Keel's going to haul it in. And there it is. The 2-point conversion makes it 58-23 Vikings.
In the 3rd quarter, right?
Not guaranteed because things can happen. We don't want to talk about, but yes, the clock won't stop for timeouts, any injury or
right timeouts,
and that's it. So
I feel like last year week 2 that the game was the Lightning and we didn't finish it? Was that just last year?
No.
Is it 3 years ago?
It was not last year. 2 years ago, we had a game get called off. Basically, what was GET or whoever it was came up to. We never even played it.
Correct, but then the next year we were beating GET.
No, that was the year before that down in GET. I believe that they had a lightning storm. I was not there.
Oh. Oh, Sparta didn't. We didn't play Sparta.
Yeah, we played GET. Yeah,
we played GET, and it was like 35-0. It started Lightning.
Offsides again. You have to
only offsides if they call it, Pack.
Tighten that up a little bit too. So.
Oh, Ben Johnson.
Cut there by Ben Johnson. Going to try to get the edge. He's going to cross the 30. And he's pushed out of bounds, and now they're mad. And then of course that's going to be. I don't know if it. Obviously, can't tell from here, but it's going to be an automatic when you have 3 against 1 team. They're going to throw that one just to make sure that you don't get yelled at by these coaches. I'm not saying it wasn't deserved or anything, but
I mean, you're an official. You know, you guys don't make mistakes.
Foul is the call against the Vikings.
And this I guarantee the coach is not. And as a coach, the Horeb coach is probably thankful because then he can tell his kid, "Hey, you don't do this. Don't put yourself in a position to let them throw that flag."
Right.
Say, what do you do? Okay.
Yeah. Maybe the yard lines are hard to see for the players as they are for us.
Sell still in a quarterback with
Blackhawks.
Closing in a half minute to go here in the third quarter. He's going to sweep it this way. Try and get the edge. They're going to throw a hold. I believe that's going to be on
Jimmy.
Ball carrier. Flag on the play.
And neither coach wants that, though. You know, that's the personal fouls. You know, just clean that up. That's not who. I don't know anything about this team, but that's not who you want to be, and you're not trying to be tougher than anyone else. You just do it right.
Holding is the call against the Blackhawks.
10-yard penalty from the spot. It's going to be 1st and 19 when we come back for the fourth quarter as the clock ran empty.
Hey, are they going to walk this back?
Walk it back.
And then turn around and walk it back. Let me count this one off for you. We're going to go to the 40. Now we're going to...
From the 50 to the 40, from the 40 to the 40.
There we go.
And he's going to put it on the wrong side.
Okay, but now tell me this.
Okay, there you
are
go.
Are the down marker guys, are they going to just basically switch places? Like, are they going to leave the sticks where they are and just switch places? Are they going to take their sticks with them, or are they just going to be like, hey, you know, Uno reverse here. I'm going to be the yard guy, and you're going to be the to-go guy?
You got to flip them because
there's no arrows.
You still have to flip them, though, because the pin has got put down on the 50. You see the guy grabbing the pin right there. The ref will grab it. And then they'll have to swap around. So they put that right on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you. Yep.
If it was like a 1st and 10 or something like that.
Oh! Then we're getting tug of war here.
Then you don't have to, but.
Okay.
So now they put the clip on the farthest increment of 5, so the 45, 50.
Right, but they're so confused. Look at them.
Maybe they switch back after the first, change the downs or whatever. But
what do we? Oh, because we're 1st and 19.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
we had a holding penalty.
Yeah.
1st and 19.
That was the most entertaining in between quarter thing I've seen since since the lady at the Timberwolves game that like kicks bowls into her head.
Gavin sprints out to the left on the fake handoff, almost back to midfield, out to the original line of scrimmage, but give him 9 yards.
Chris Keel with the tackle.
And that was probably just entertaining to me.
Hopefully there's not too many games where quarter break talking about the chain game flipping around as opposed to what's going to happen in the fourth quarter. So,
well, they're
quick pass.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh.
Viendahl had it. Yep.
Viendahl, the ball carrier.
Give me 3rd and 3. So it's quickly because that's 11 minutes to go, Jeremy. What do we got coming up next week now?
I think we're home against. Are we home against GT?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll be on top of the press box.
Hold off for carry there. Trying to foul Murdoch's block.
As it is the debut of our new giant scoreboard.
So a lot of middle border, we got a new scoreboard there. Central, did they get some new stuff too, or is that all last year?
I feel like their deal was last year, right? Turf. They had the scoreboard. They had the turf.
They're getting new press box this year, aren't they? Though.
Oh yeah, because they're putting one on the.
I want to say they're taking that press box and putting it to the visitor side there because we were so far away from the field they hadn't finished that yet.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I think that might be something new, but I don't. Yeah, we go there this year, right?
Yeah, Amory's
new field,
but we're not going there.
Speed sweep, cuts it up. Maybe about 3rd and 3 or 4. That was Dawson beating it all on the sweep. We're kind of talking the way down here. And we go to Prescott this year. Or we went there last year.
No, we went to Prescott last year because we basically have to like stand on each other and look through a tiny window.
A lot of field turfs we're playing on. No,
does Altoona come to our place?
We went to Rice Lake last year, so Altoona would come to our place this year because they're kind of replacing them. Correct?
Yeah, I mean that would make
sense.
That's not a wonderful place to stream from because we have to. So that'll be in a year, but we kind of have to stand off in a kind of on a hill.
At Altoona?
Yeah.
Well, we get to go back to Osceola this year, where we had troubles 2 years ago.
And we get to go to Ellsworth, where we'll be in the stands. We'll get to go to Somerset, where we'll be in the stands. A lot of stand broadcasting this year.
First and 10. Blackhawks still, you talk about highlights, if you will. The second half, they've put together some good drives. And another penalty.
Yeah, and what we have going on the Mount Horeb sideline is running guys in with real clean pants.
First and 5.
Get some younger guys some playing action here. Sweep this way. Although spins, stays on his feet. He's not done. Second goal. Is it goal or no? Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's right. We got offside. Speed sweep. The Johnston or is it Vienendahl?
Dawson Vienendahl. Oh, wow.
Just shy. Looks like we might have a first down, but shy of the end zone, maybe. First and goal, Blackhawks. Looking to find their end zone for the 4th time tonight. And you can put up 30 points. That's I'm trying to call timeout here. So 7:21 to go. Timeout Mount Horeb. But I'm saying, like, I mean, especially after the first couple drives, really didn't. It took a while to get our first down. A couple drives that fell short. Again, we had almost a pass in the end zone for another touchdown in the first half. But
yeah,
ultimately they're going to put up 30 points again, which that's a good number to put up.
Yeah, and I mean, playing Mount Horeb is not. I mean, they're a D3 school. I believe their graduating classes are, I don't know what their enrollment is this year, but I'm guessing it's over 700. The Mount Horeb town population is almost 8,000. So, twice the size of our district. Not necessarily twice the size of our school enrollment, but yeah, this will be the biggest school we play all year.
That's good. I mean, it's we find that fine line of you want to find some good competition. You don't want to beat a team by 45 every year, something like that. And Mount Horeb, don't get me wrong, they put up 58 points, but they're going to have some things to work on as well too. I mean, defensively here now, it's second half is not what their coaching staff wants, as Taden Holdorf finds his way into the end zone again. But that's week 1 football for you. It might come into play a little bit when it comes down to a seeding, but ultimately your goal is to get better for the conference, find your way to that magic number of 4 wins in the conference for Middle Border, and then the real season starts.
Right.
So the coaches are trying to figure out what to do here. So again, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys
all the
over
guys
here.
It's going to Taden.
Yep. And he's going to walk right in again, untouched. And they're like, what are we doing? And everyone's sitting at home and going, well, why don't we run that play every time?
Well, yeah, that's what I asked Coach Kiefer on. That was just last night. He said it's a 2-point just a 2-point conversion thing, and I'm like, if it can't be stopped, why can't it be a short yardage thing in midfield? Because if he goes untouched 3 yards, right, you're only defending the goal line to the back line, right?
Right. So I mean, and you think that obviously if you're out here, say midfield, you're going to have on the safety or two. So now you take another guy away from up front over there.
Right.
We used to have I had one where they didn't like it. We took our tackles, we put them both out. We call it tackles out. So we'd have a tackle out by the numbers with a tight end outside of them and a receiver behind him on both sides. So those are 6 guys. We had a center, 2 guards, quarterback, and a halfback. Same thing. It's like stand up. You can throw it to either side.
Right.
Or you're playing in the middle. You're playing 5-on-5.
Yeah, it's gimmicky for certain, but
Yep.
I mean the objective of football is to beat the other team, and I think at one point in the history of football, the forward pass was considered gimmicky. So you do something that can't be stopped. It's not a gimmick. That's becomes a trend.
Right. That's how you see it all evolve. You know, again, we talked about that little touch pass forward earlier.
God, we were so offsides.
But then, you know, that little touch pass, will that replace the quick wide receiver reverse, if you will,
Right.
end around.
Yep,
And
yep.
now it's, oh, hey, let's do this. And now you got quarterbacks trying to throw the ball behind their back or something.
Yeah, I mean that's happened. It also, I guess, I don't know. I think it was at practice. Coach told me that happened. Gavin was falling and zipped one behind his back, and
Baldwin Woodville, 49-yard line.
Sam Mahomes did it actually in a game.
yeah, it was a preseason game.
I don't know.
Barely counts. He said afterwards he only did it because Travis Kelce wasn't in the right spot.
New quarterback in here now for Mount Horeb. I believe it was sophomore Adam Ashlin. I think his maybe older brother scored a touchdown.
I would assume that yeah, probably brothers.
Sophomore.
Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6.
Definitely not the size of their other quarterback. They list him at 5'10", 6'3". So. Looks like Keel's night is done. Closing in 6 minutes. I won't be surprised to see some of the Blackhawks trickling in and out here. Up the middle.
I wouldn't be.
Here come a set of 3 of them, as we say.
Yeah, well, those are guys. Garrett Nelson's played.
Ben Johnson,
Schultz with the carry.
Brody
Gain of 1
Everts.
on the play.
Yeah, so Kropelnicki checking out, Gavin checking out, Graydon checking out. That makes sense.
Third and 6. Closing in on 5 minutes to go.
And they're going to clock it.
All right. So again, the trail official will put his hand up at 10 and starts counting at 5.
JV 1D they just called for.
Schultz ball carry.
Those kids are super excited. Like, all right, here we go. I mean, for a lot of them, I'm sure it's their first time stepping on a varsity football field.
Yeah, I didn't, as a sophomore, I think it was, I like getting the call in a game like this, whether up or down, you know, for the JV. What I didn't like is if we were pitching a shutout and then they called for us to get in the game, because then there was pressure. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so no pressure. Oh, good fair catch call. No pressure in a game that's not close.
Nelson
Go out there and hit somebody. Have fun.
It looks like Joe's coming in.
Yep, he is. He was playing catch back there. I saw him there.
Graydon is still in. Brody's still in.
First and 10.
Looks like Taden is still in.
I wouldn't be surprised if number 3's itching to try and get out there and play low receiver, but I don't
Wouldn't
think
do
that's going to
that.
happen.
Yep. I would be surprised if he wasn't itching to get in and play receiver.
Right. Oh, here comes another timeout here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys I call up there.
The old JV1 call. You just.
There's 10. I think does Wisconsin they play 8-man?
Wisconsin plays. Is it 8-man or is it?
I think it's 8-man.
Because Minnesota's 9-man.
Minnesota's 9-man. I know. I want to say Wisconsin has 8-man.
I used to watch the Minnesota State Championships, so that was my one time a year. Obviously, I watched it on the TV at the Metrodome, but watching that was always fun because those were always higher scoring games.
Mm-hmm. Fast, quick. Weekend after Thanksgiving, Prep Bowl.
Because they play at the same. They played that same venue when the Wisconsin 8-man is the week before.
Oh, really?
Yep, and they play it not at Camp Randall. There was a whistle.
Yeah, there's a whistle. It's their week 1 too. Yeah, I want to say they do like 4 and 4. 4 of them on Friday, 4 of them on Saturday or so. I can't remember how many state championships there are in Minnesota,
but they call it
Prep Bowl.
Yeah, but they call it state before they actually make it to the state championship.
They'll have a state quarterfinal, so then that'll be at a different site. And then they actually have the semifinals and finals at the Metrodome. Or I'm sorry,
US Bank.
US Bank.
But yeah, so like last year we made it to level 4, which is the state semifinal.
Yep. Quick pass here.
What do we got there?
On the edge, number 80. That's Adam Foster.
Okay. Well, Aiden.
Sorry,
Foster.
I'm losing my light here. That must be sitting next to the tripod.
Ball spotted at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10, Blackhawks.
But yeah, so anyway, they'll have the semifinals and finals both up there. This is
I didn't even see what happened there. I was right.
run up the middle. It was Gordon.
Gordon, the ball carrier. Ball spotted at the Horeb-Barneveld 30-yard line, 1st and 10, Blackhawks.
They do the same for basketball too. They'll bring 8 teams to state, and they play it out too. They play it out to a consolation championship.
Yeah,
Gordon up the middle, all the way down. I'd like to see Wisconsin do that. If there's one thing I would shoot for is play a semifinal. I mean, like look at last year, Baldwin makes it. I mean, you can't tell me that every single Baldwin fan went to state and watched them play a third place game.
Right. I think we actually had that conversation.
1st and goal, Blackhawks.
You have it, Minnesota goes and Concordia and plays there, and like the girls play at Green Bay. There's plenty of schools. I imagine down in Green Bay you got St. Norbert's College right there that would maybe host it when you go down to Madison, maybe Edgewood or the boys. But anyway, closing minute and a half here in Mount Horeb.
Timeout, Blackhawks.
Again, the really good news was it was a beautiful night for football. The season started. Not saying it gets knocked back to reality, but the last couple of years we've gone through the first 2 games pretty. Well, I guess the one year we didn't have it, so it's been 3 games now the last 2 years, pretty handily, and then into the tough middle border. You talk about middle border. I mean, it's obviously you said you haven't seen too much, but who do you like outside of Baldwin Woodville on the middle border? Is there any team that kind of stands out in your mind that from returning last year?
I mean, just based on kind of what I've heard, I think Somerset's going to be pretty good. Prescott started off hot last year, and I think they were pretty young.
They started a lot of sophomores last year. Yep.
Yeah, but I don't have a great sense of anything. I'm sure Central will be good again.
So I think Central and Somerset and Blackhawks are finished to be the top 3 as Gordon's going to go around the edge, and he's going to find his way into the end zone for the first time. I mean, Amory, don't look past them. You got a couple athletes there playing pretty well, and they kind of came on towards the end of the year last year too. And obviously you lose an All-American athlete like Hopke, it's tough to replace, but
yeah,
get rid of Rice Lake and welcome Altoona,
who kind of played as a crossover member. All right, so Gavin's back in to do this.
They're trying to push.
We don't have a.
They're trying to push everybody all over. They're call timeout. I would be surprised to see if they don't send almost everyone over there, and we see a different result here on the 2-point conversion.
So Tayden didn't get the memo, maybe?
If they, I mean, this would be one rule I want to ask Dan if they changed. So you still only allow one coach out there.
One coach?
Yes. You can bring them all to the sideline like the Blackhawks are doing, and you can have as many as you want in the coaching box. But right now I see 4 Vikings. So
Yeah.
Just I mean, it doesn't matter. I just.
I mean, there's still enough time, Nick. We could play this out with a couple return kicks. We could break 100 total points.
Yeah. So 39. Yeah. It's, you're looking at 97 right there, or no?
95, 97 if we get
97 if we get it, yeah. Well, it just takes one return and we're over 100.
Well, I think I'm losing my signal. If we drop off, you might not get to see this play. We're coming back up, but
I still have the number. Well, they haven't shifted yet. They're gonna send. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys over here still for only 2.
But
5 guys. It's going to go that way still. It's Gordon this time. I mean, he's touched, he's tackled in the end zone 5 yards deep, but you know they're frustrated. They're going,
yeah.
I don't know if there's any.
Because his coach he didn't have big guys, and it's called like the A9 or something, and you'd have a quarterback and a center, and then you'd have 3 groups of 3, and at the last.
For Blackhawks offensively. Now defensively, we stopped them once, I think, with their last possession with their